Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
For the second straight season, Mayport, CG, and Thompson will match up in their season openers as Friday Night Lights is back here in the state of North Dakota. A pleasant good Friday evening from Thompson. I'm Chase Miller with you here tonight as we get ready for the 2026 kickoff as Mayport CG is coming off a 0-9 record a year ago, including a 42-0 loss in the opener last season against Thompson. While for the Tommies, they went 5-5 last year, including a first-round loss to Hillsboro Central Valley in the opening round of the Division A football playoffs. Thompson, they've won 5 straight in the series against the Patriots, with Mayport CG last beating Thompson on September 22nd of 2006. They have not played every year since then for 2 decades. Some were in 11-man football while the other team was in 9-man, opposite regions and so forth. But Thompson has won 5 straight here in this series. Coming up on the pregame show, we'll get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups and we'll hear from the coaches. But first, when we come back, we'll take a look at the preseason football poll. That is next. It's the Patriots and the Tommies for Division A football right here on yourliveevent.com.
At Bank Forward, we understand ag. Many of our employees have deep agricultural roots and understand firsthand the ups and downs of farming and ranching. When you talk to us about your ag operation, you can trust we understand your language and the current state of agriculture. Stop in today and let's discuss your ag operations needs. Standing with ag producers. Since 1927, it's simply the forward way.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we continue here from Thompson, just under 80 degrees right now. Sunny skies. We'll have that sun coming in from the west into our press box here early on the game before it makes way into a nice evening here for the latter part of August. And for a handful of schools across the state of North Dakota already in session for their first days earlier this week, others getting going here later next week. Taking a look at the preseason football poll in the state in Division A, Langdon Area Munich receiving 9 first-place votes. The defending champ for the Cardinals, they're the number 1 team in the state here in the preseason, followed by the number 2 seed in Velvet Drake and Moose Garrison receiving 4 first-place votes. Ellendale, Edgeley, Cullum, Eek, the Thunder receiving 3 first-place votes, number 3, followed by Dickinson, Trendy, number 4, and Botno, number 5. Botno fresh off a win last night, hosting Lisbon up in Botno, and they came out with a 36-0 win there for the Braves. They were the state runner-up last season, losing to the Cardinals of Langdon Area Munich in the Dakota Bowl. Receiving votes of Northern Cass, Cinch, McLean, and Thompson as well in the preseason football poll. Some of the football games going on across the state of North Dakota here tonight. You have Park River area at Sargent County. That game is with Bryce Hongnes for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Hillsboro Central Valley makes their way to Grafton at 7 o'clock for an opening kickoff as well, in another Region 1 versus Region 2 matchup. Jake Berkmeyer has a call at 7 o'clock tonight right here on your live event. Also this evening, some other games. Langdon Area Munich will go to Oaks, and Southern McLean is at Carrington as well. Tomorrow, a handful of high school football games in the state. Northern Cass makes a trek up to Ray Powers Lake at 1 o'clock. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the coaches. Coach Adam Sola is going to be joining us. Then we'll hear from Brady Schwab, all ahead of our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups and the opening kick. It's Mayport CG and the Thompson Tommies tonight for a little Division A football. You get a front row seat right here on yourlivevent.com.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
As we continue on our Coach's Corner, part of the opening kickoff here in the season opener for both the Mayport CG Patriots and Thompson Tommies. Join us here from the Patriots' perspective as their head coach. That's Adam Sola. Adam, always a fun time of the season, and we always kind of talk about it. You go through this time of the year as a coach. You go through this time of the year as a administrator and a teacher with the beginning of school, fall camp, first Friday Night Lights. So what does this time of the year just kind of mean to you as you open up another school year and a football season here in 2026?
Yeah, it's coming fast and furious here. We just had our first day of school on Wednesday, and all of the changes that go along with that. The infinite campus stuff that people may be aware of on the athletic director side of things. You're making changes with Arbiter and getting all of the fall sports going. We've already had girls golf going. We got cross country going tomorrow. Tonight's first football game, scrimmage for volleyball tomorrow. I mean, all of that stuff is in full swing, even though we haven't had a complete week of football. But yeah, you throw in the football season, and quite frankly, I tell this to a lot of people, but fall's my favorite time of year for a lot of reasons. It's school and it's football and it's the weather and it's the garden and it's so many different things. But it's my favorite time of year. It's exciting to be back and getting ready to go, and especially with the game tonight, it's going to be fun to smell those smells and hear those sounds, and it's always great to get that first one going.
You go through the season here, Adam, and no matter if it's a non-region game, a region game, someone you're familiar with or not, just as game one of the season, what are some of the check boxes that you want to see from your team here going up against Thompson? Win, lose, or draw, Sola, for game number one in a non-region contest here against Thompson.
Yeah, so we've kind of talked a lot about this year, where I really enjoy this first game, and I think all of us coaches do, because there's a whole lot of unknowns. You don't know necessarily what the other team's bringing in, even though you are familiar with kind of their history and recent history as far as athletics or athletes and what they run and those kinds of things. But at the same time, you don't necessarily have film on them from the current year. And so there's a lot of in-game adjustments and changes and things like that you need to do, and it makes for a really exciting night. On the football side of it, for us as a team, we want to just improve. That's our goal every day and every week, is to just get better with every rep, every day, every practice. If you look at the season that we had last year, it wasn't very good. It wasn't the way that we wanted that season to go, but I felt even with that season, we got better. And we have certainly been a lot better here this first week and a half of the season so far. And that's all we're asking our kids. We just need to keep getting better every rep, every play, so that we can kind of keep building as that season goes on. And we've got some kids in some different positions, so it'll be fun to see how they act tonight too, and kind of moving guys around and figuring things out as we go.
There's obviously a long story between the Patriots and the Tommies and the Patriots. No matter what the sport is, it seems like they always find a way to play against each other. A little different football-wise, not in the same region in terms of 11-man, but still nice to get these games on the schedule here, Sola. So when it comes to Brady Schwab, a guy that you have had battles with on the football field, maybe going back to some 9-man days to now 11-man here, just kind of what makes you come to mind, or what's a word or two that comes to mind when thinking of, going up against a Brady Schwab Thompson football team here, Sola?
I think you're going to probably laugh at this, but I think the one word that describes it is just it's Thompson. And that's it in every athletic that they play. We run into those guys in baseball and basketball and volleyball. In every sport that we play, we run into them. And that's a tribute to not just Brady, but all of the coaches and the strength people in that building. And the tradition that they have, of excellence and high level athletics and those expectations. And that whenever you go up against those teams, no matter what sport it is, they're going to be well coached, and they're going to push you. And if it's tight at the end, they have that mentality that they're going to be there at the end, and they're going to play hard, and they know what they're doing, and they're going to win. And so it's a great way for us to start the year playing against a program like that and a coach like that, and kind of showing what we're made of and seeing where we're at, even with it being a non-region. Like you said, you still go up against those guys. There's some taste from other sports too, if I put it that way. That being 45 minutes away, you do kind of turn into that. No matter if seasons have been lopsided or whatever, there's always that goal of Thompson, and because they are one of those top teams, and if you're going to be a top team, you got to beat them in pretty much every sport. So no, it's a good challenge for us, and it's just a benefit that we're 40 minutes away. It's a nice short drive for us.
Let's go through a couple more questions for you, Sola. The senior class, every class is a little bit different. Some years you're fortunate to have double digits. Other years maybe just have a handful, depending on that year's class and group of guys. But for this year's senior class, there's going to be some names that people have heard in a multitude of sports or seen on Friday Night Lights in recent years. And what do you just want to see from them as leaders this season on and off the football here, Sola?
Yeah, I tell that to these guys too, and we kind of even talked about it at camp back in June, and there's something special about football from the aspect that these kids after football season, they all go different directions. When I look at doing concessions and fundraising and that kind of stuff in the winter, I think I had 2 guys last year that weren't in a winter sport. They're all doing something, but they go their different ways with hockey and wrestling and basketball, baseball and track and golf in the spring. But there's something special about bringing all of those guys together for this team. I think we've got 8 seniors this year. Some will start, some won't. Some will be role players. Some guys may not, play as much, maybe special teams guys. But all of them have been a big part of the program. All the way from them being freshmen. We had a couple join late, as sophomores and juniors. But they are all kind of a tight-knit group. And like you said, they compete in other sports. We've got wrestlers and we've got basketball players that have learned to play with each other. So bringing those guys all together and kind of seeing the first of their lasts this year as seniors is a lot of fun. And just them kind of stepping up that extra notch, in the leadership category and the playing like seniors category, and kind of the leadership they've shown and the expectations they have of their teammates in practice has been great to see out of this group of guys.
The final thing that I'll ask for you, Sola, before we let you go, not so much of a checklist. We kind of talked about that earlier with, just what do you want to see from your team, no matter who the opponent is game one, but through the summer workouts, through the fall camps, so to speak, and everything else, a Trader characteristic. I know it's still early. You haven't played a game yet, Sola, but what's a Trader characteristic about this year's team that you think is going to carry you into the first couple of weeks of the season before you get into region, play coming up here in the month of September?
Sure. One thing that we looked at after last year was basics. I think that transition to 11-man last year, we tried to get more complicated when we didn't necessarily have to. And so this year we're going to get a lot simpler on offense and defense so that our kids can just play. We have athletes and they show that in other sports. We just need to let them play, and so you simplify things to let them just let their natural abilities take over. And so I guess that's the biggest thing for us. We're going to simplify things on both offense and defense and just let our kids play, and they've proven here this first week that they have that ability. They're smart kids. They know the game well enough to where they're going to be able to make adjustments on the fly and things too. But I guess the biggest thing is just it's going to be simplified. And so hopefully we can just play fast and play physical this year.
Hey, Sola, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight against Thompson and throughout the rest of the season.
Thanks, Chase. Thanks for having us and our football team.
That again, Adam Sola, head coach for the Patriots, will continue with more around the corner ahead of the opening kickoff here in Thompson.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Every jersey has a number, and behind every number is a dream. A future teacher, an electrician, a nurse, a farmer, and a business owner, maybe even tomorrow's community leader.
If we can make that happen, then we've done our job. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we're proud to invest in the people behind the dreams.
For more information, visit www.dhb.bank. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Join us from the Thompson Tommy perspective, part of our coaches conversation ahead of the opening kickoff here to the 2026 season is their head coach. That's Brady Schwab joining us here on the pregame. Brady, just going through, fall camp, obviously school starts back up and everything else. I'll ask it to you this before we get to the X's and O's. Just what does Friday Night Lights mean to you as a coach, especially the first time you get to go through it in a home opener or a visiting game when that's that first game where you can play against someone else, the pads are popping? What do Friday Night Lights mean to you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you watch an interview from an NFL guy, from a college guy. The one thing that resonates is Friday Night Lights. There's nothing like it. You've got the smell in the air. Harvest is starting. You've got the grills fired up. You've got people excited. You've got freshmen scared to death. It's every team's got the same thing going on, and I think the teams that are able to be successful on Friday nights early in the season are those teams that are led by their players, that this is how we do things. This is the way that we focus on what we're trying to do tonight. Yep, it's exciting. The cheerleaders are out there. The fans are out there. Grandma drove all the way to come watch the game, and it's on your live event. And there's a whole bunch of, we don't control any of that, right? We just control what we've been doing out on the practice field for the last couple weeks. And we get to match up with a common opponent, even though they're in a different region. Obviously, we play Mayville a lot in JV and junior high and those places. And it gives us a chance to be a little bit comfortable with somebody that we know, but at the same time, we get a chance to get out there and Friday Night Lights. They don't make TV shows about stuff that's not cool, I guess.
Brady, you go to your opponent, just Coach Sola in general, everyone's first game of the season, so you probably know what you're going to get, like you said, but there could be a different wrinkle or something new with personnel that they have on the sidelines, similar in your case here, Brady. But traditionally, when you played a Coach Sola team, just kind of what stands out from your perspective going up against them?
Yeah, usually those Mayville teams they're physical, and their kids are big. They know where they're supposed to be, and they're a team that is going to come in with an attitude and the type of opponent that you're looking for that first game. So, yeah, Coach Sola does a good job over there. Obviously, we visit more than most coaches do, both being athletic directors and talk about how things are going. But just like everything else, we don't talk about football a whole lot. We sat at the Glacier Clinic in Minneapolis and visited for a little bit, and everybody's doing the same stuff, right? And just trying to find, how do I take my 30 or 40 guys and make them into a team? And a lot of respect for Adam, a lot of respect for what he does over there.
A trait for your team here, Brady, that you want to see from your club in August that hopes to carry with you once you get to region football in September and trying to make a deep run, once you get to the month of October here, Brady? What's just something early on this season that you say, I think as a coach, we can hang our hat on what here from Thompson's perspective?
Yeah, it's probably a little weird, but I think organization is a big one. Organization, discipline would be probably the second thing. But that organization piece, if we call for a 2, if we call for a backup, if we call for this special teams unit, or we call for this package, or do we have guys that are dialed in and getting where they need to go? I think organization is probably the biggest thing that sidetracks teams that have some ability, right? If you're not getting to where you need to be, or trying to, or able to accomplish it because the right people aren't where they need to be, then it's not organized. And that doesn't fall on the kids, that falls on the coaches, right? The discipline side of things, I think, falls on the kids. That's a locker room thing. That's we're going to try to set the culture, but it's going to come from those guys in the locker room. So making sure that we're disciplined, whether it's discipline to our reads on offense, discipline to our blocks, discipline to, where we're supposed to be if we're covering flats or if we're covering hook curl, or discipline to our tackle technique. I think those are the two biggest things for me tonight, that I want to see. And then obviously just, you get into all the facets of the game, right? Turnover margin, explosive plays, tackling, those types of things, which are no different than anybody. But for me, I think it's those two pieces.
Last thing I'll ask for you, Brady, kind of keys to the game. You answered it within that question as well for what it was as a trait. But as a coach, how much are you talking about as home opener, season opener? How much are you trying to keep it just one game? It's not a region game that's going to determine what your playoff seed will or won't be. You can come out here, not say you make a mistake. You still want to win, but you can have a correctable moment for the first 2 weeks before you get to that, region 2 opener. But how much are you just trying to keep this as, hey, it's just one game? Or does it have a little extra feel because it is a season kickoff, so to speak, Brady, once you get to, week 1 of the season?
Yeah, as a team, Chase, I think we address it like we do everything else, that we don't talk a lot about goals. We just talk about expectations. And our expectations are you do this, 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 and this. And if you do those things and you do them the best you can, that's all we can ask, right? And if they fall a little bit short, or somebody does a little bit better, well, that's tough decisions that I have to make as a head coach. But I think that's part of it. But I do pull the seniors aside, and I do visit with the seniors and talk to them about, this is it, man. This is your last home opener. This is your last opportunity. This is your last. And unfortunately, in the sport that we play, with the violence within the game, there's opportunity for injury, and you don't know if that injury bug's going to hit you. And you don't know if it's going to be game 1. You don't know if you're going to make it the entire season. If you play with the fear of injury, you're never going to play. So we don't spend a lot of time talking about that, but we do talk about the seniors because it is a special year. Being a senior football player, especially if you're a 4-year kid that's played senior or played through your senior year, you stood on the sideline in that 25-degree game as a freshman, and you went through those 105-degree practices as a freshman, right? So do spend time on that. But, for us, we just break it down into each week, whether that's a week of practice or a week of game or wherever we're at. So we just get an opportunity to close the week out. Instead of having an inner squad, we get to actually bang heads with somebody else. And, that's the exciting part of playing football.
Hey, Brady, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today against the Patriots and throughout the course of this season here in 2026.
Hey, Chase, appreciate the coverage. Appreciate everything you guys do.
That again, Brady Schwab, head coach for Thompson Tommy football with us here on our Coaches Conversation. We'll continue with more after this here ahead of the opening kickoff.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
As we continue here today in Thompson, we just wrapped up with our coaches conversation. Coming up, we'll get to our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. The opening kickoff, well, Thompson deferred, so they will kick off, and Mayport CG will open up with the football to start this game. Chase Miller alongside Brad Thompson with you here today in Thompson, North Dakota. It is sunny skies, so we'll have to fight the western sun for at least the first quarter before it goes into the western hemisphere here and gets you ready for 4 quarters of football. Last season in Mayville, these two teams met in the season opener back on August the 22nd, and Thompson won by a commanding result 42-0 from Jeromeburg Field in Mayville, North Dakota. For Mayport, CG, and Thompson, it's their season openers. We'll take a break. When we come back, opening kickoff, that is next.
In today's world, financial decisions can feel more overwhelming than ever, and you don't have to make those decisions alone. At Lux Wealth Advisors in Mayville, we take the time to understand your financial goals and make it our priority to see you reach them.
Whether you're planning to retire, looking for investment advice, or saving for your child's education, we're here to help you with every step. Stop by our office or call us at 701-788-6100. Lux Wealth Advisors, your trusted partner for a brighter financial future.
Need it fixed, built, painted, or powered up? Mayport Hardware has your back. From nuts and bolts to snow shovels and lawn care, we've got the gear and the know-how to keep your home running smooth. Locally owned, community loved. Our team's here to help with expert advice and hometown service you can count on. Mayport Hardware, your one-stop shop for every project, big or small. Stop in today and let's get it done together.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, we're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person, someone that knows your name and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
It's now time to get to our starting lineups here for the Mayport CG Patriots. Here, the Patriots head coach by Adam Sola, as they will roll like this here on the offensive line. At left guard is Sam Weaver. Weaver, the 6'5", 195-pound senior at left guard. The center of Jace Knutson at 5'10", the junior at 230, and the right guard of Caden Crawford, a 6-foot junior at 210. They bookend it with the tackles. Left tackle is Maddox Mock, a senior at 5'10", 170, and at right tackle Spencer Jacobson, a senior at 5'10", 175 here for the Patriots. Tight end of Lucas Rayner, 6'2" at 175, with wide receivers or a flex spot for Connor Doctor. You'll see him kind of all over the place here for Coach Sola. Connor Doctor, a 6-foot senior at 180. Noah DeBano, that's a guy you want to play 500 with at 6'5", 215 pounds on the outside. Running backs of Brogan Erickson, the 5'10 sophomore at 160. And then from there you have Logan Nielsen, the 5'9 senior at 155. And your quarterback here for the Patriots, Jade Larson, a 6'1 sophomore at 170 pounds. As we take a look at Thompson, as they will come out as a team wearing their black attire here today. Thompson defensively will run a 4-4-3 front. Brent Adams, the senior at 6'4", 210 here for Adams at defensive end. Also at another defensive end spot, Landon Getz, the 6'4", senior at 190. Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle, a 6'6", junior at 300. And Hudson Lovelace, a 6'3", senior at 220. Inside backers of Jacob Olson and Henry Myshak. You'll also see Elijah Conrad there coming in at inside backer, with outside linebackers of Calvin Calling, a sophomore at 5'8", 160, and then Peyton you have Mr. Kane, the 5'8 senior at 175. Defensive backs of Caden Pennis, a 5'11 sophomore, Eli Gemmel, a 5'10 senior, and Brady Ripplinger, a 5'11 senior at 165. Those are our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. We get to the opening kickoff here right at the top of the hour. Our umpire this evening is Donald Doyle wearing the white hat. Thompson will be kicking from the north to the south end zone, or right to left as you see it here, as we able to put this one on the tee, as Mr. Brend will do the honors here. While for the Mayport CG Patriots, you'll have Brogan Erickson, and alongside with Logan Nielsen standing back. And congratulations goes out to Thompson and their post-181 team for winning another State B Legion baseball tournament just a couple weeks ago in Lisbon. They've gone back-to-back and winners of their last 3 to 4. Friday Night Lights are back in North Dakota. School is back in session, so let's hear the pads popping here on your live event. The opening kick is end over end that goes to Erickson as he catches that at the 10-yard line. Erickson looking for a little crease to the near side. He's got a boundary. Erickson going to get pushed out of bounds, and a really good starting field position here for the Mayport CG Patriots. They'll be just at about their 32-yard line here for Brogan Erickson, and we'll see where they mark him off, and it will be at the 32-yard line. So 32-yard line here to open things up for the Patriots under the guidance of head coach Adam Sola. Last year back in 11-man football after a multitude of years in 9-man. 2 years ago went 3-6 in 9-man. Last year went 0-9 in 11-man. And for these two teams, even though they're separated by about 45 minutes, it's a non-region game with Thompson up in Region 2 and Mayport CG up in Region 1. As the Patriots will be on their white tops, the blue bottoms with the red helmets, as they will come out with a little full house backfield here. As under center is Jade Larson. As Larson going to hand this ball off to Nielsen. Nielsen gets upended on the outside. Good tackle by Pennis. That's Caden, able to make the shoestring tackle for about a yard or two on the play. And Nielsen gets one carry on the outside. Able to do a really good job on that one for Caden as it comes at with Elijah Conrad as well. But able to make the play on the outside. There was Caden Pennis, as they will make its way here for the Mayport CG Patriots and head coach Adam Sola. Last year, offensively, only scored 6 points per game. Defensively, they gave up 36 points per contest, as they will come out tight yet again here for the 6'1 sophomore. And this will go up the middle. Going to be a good stone wall, getting about a yard or two on the rush. And will make their way through here for the Patriots, as that's going to be Johansson, the 6 foot, 180-pound running back. And it'll bring 3rd down and long to open up the football game. But a 3rd and 7 upcoming here for the Mayport CG Patriots, as they will come out near hash. Just under a minute off the clock so far in this opening possession. Thompson making sure they get to their respective boundaries of where they need to be. This one a little trap play up the middle, and Brogan Erickson looks like he has enough for the 1st down. He does. Really good movement by the guys up front with Knutson, Weaver, and Crawford, as Erickson able to take that right up the middle for a healthy gain of 8 yards. So 2 yards a yard, and if you can pop one for 8, you'll take the old 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you're the Patriots. Talking to Coach Sola, felt like the team got better even though the record didn't show it last year. It feels like the upperclassmen and seniors kind of simplifying the offense, but also now understanding 11-man football after playing 9-man for a multitude of years, as this one goes up the middle yet again, and Erickson gets stonewalled. Really good play up the middle by a host of Thompson Tommy defenders. You had Lovelace up there, also with him Elijah Conrad. That's about a yard, makes it 2nd down and 9. 2 carries now for 9 yards for Erickson. On the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, opening drive of the game, 2 minutes into this contest. 2nd down and 9, as the Patriots will come out with that full house backfield yet again with Jade Larson. See when they try to maybe have that play action game coming, as Larson will hand this one up the middle, and Brogan Erickson's going nowhere. Thompson a couple of times in a row making a good play. That time Charlie Johnson at 6'6", the nose tackle with the disruptor. It brings up 3rd down and 9. 3 carries for 9 yards now for Erickson, and here's where Mayport CG ran the little trap play up the middle for 8 yards. They've gone up the middle between the 2 guards last couple of times, and Lovelace and Conrad and Johnson have been swarming defensively. We'll see what Mayport CG can draw up here for another 3rd down and long. And we'll need to get right to about center midfield here in Thompson for the 1st down, as the play clock works to 6 seconds. Larson getting under center at 3. He's got 2 with 1. They get the ball off. This one going to come to the near sideline for Nielsen. Nielsen's got a little crease. Able to get a handful of yards. Thompson with a good job in pursuit, calling one of the defenders there with Caden Pennis. It's about a gain of about 5 on the play. Nielsen able to get 2 carries now for 6 yards, and we'll see the decision here for Coach Sola. Noah DeBano has been the longtime punter. Him and Connor Doctor were working out earlier here today for both kickoffs and punting. And in a game like this, might want to play a little field position game early on here after your offense able to take nearly 4 minutes off the clock, as Thompson has nobody back, making sure they're going to play it safe as the moment stands right now. Mayport CG trying to get everybody lined up on the line. We'll get a flag. They didn't get all 7 on the line. This one will be an end-over-end kick that'll bounce at about the 25-yard line. And for Coach Brady Schwab, we'll see what he wants to do. It looks like this will be on Mayport CG for the first penalty of the season. Just didn't get all 7 guys lined up. And we'll see if they want to re-kick or you take the football roughly at about the 25. So for Donald Doyle, he's going to make his first call here of the season. It will be a legal formation here on the Patriots, and they're going to make them re-kick. First penalty of the season goes against Mayport CG, and now just move them back 5 yards and allow your punt returners to come back with this one as well, as you have Eli Gemmel back there here for the Thompson Tommies, one of those. Also looks to be Grady Hurst as well, so you got 2 of them back, and now kind of seeing what Noah DeBano did on the first punt, able to maybe tee this one up a little bit and see if he can get a good return, as Mayport CG took a little over a third off the clock here in the opening quarter. DeBano a lefty in the kicker realm, and there's a nice end-over-end boot. Gemmel with the return. Gemmel makes a man miss. Look out. Gemmel makes another man miss. He gets in near sideline 40. He's at the 45-50. Gemmel near sideline 40 and gets pushed out of bounds. Gemmel with a nice 30-plus yard return, and the Mayport CG Patriots on that procedure penalty. Thompson makes him pay, as they will be in plus territory at the Mayport CG 41-yard line to begin the 2026 season here on offense for the Thompson Tommies. So you get a little bit of yards, but essentially results in a punt. Went from 12 minutes down to about 7:37 on that. Now for the Thompson Tommies, can they take advantage here offensively? Averaged 22 points a game last season. Defensively gave up 16. Little handoff here, and slithering his way maybe for about a yard is Rylan Pennis, the senior. A little read option on the play as Thompson in their black tops with the green pants. Mayport CG a little bit different. Saw a full house backfield. Here is a running gun. Trips near sideline, 1 to the right. 2nd and 9. Little quick bubble pass near sideline. That goes by Gemmel. Gemmel with a juke, and Gemmel gets tattooed at about 7 yards on the pitch and catch. Dex Ovdom, the quarterback here for the Thompson Tommies, a sophomore at 5'10", 160. You got Rylan Pennis, the 5'8" running back in the backfield. 2 wide receivers split out left and right. 3rd down and very manageable as Gemmel with the motion. Handoff free. Pennis puts a foot in the ground, and he gets the first down. Don't need much, but got enough there for Rylan Pennis as he makes his way for the first down for about 4 yards. And move the chains here for the Thompson Tommies. It's 1st down and 10. They're knocking on the door at the Patriot 30-yard line, and quicker than he can blink, they're back on the ball. Ripplinger on the near sideline, trips to the right. Motion man goes Pennis. Next, Ovdom going to hit him in the backfield, and then Pennis makes a guy miss. He's still on his feet, and Pennis gets close to the line of gain. Maddox Smock with the tackle. It's about a gain of 9. So quickly is called the quick game here for the Thompson Tommies as they're moving down the field with 6:19 left to play in the first quarter on the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. You got Mr. Adams at 6'4", the tight end in the slot. Good snap. Ovdom with some time. Pump fakes. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. But we do have a flag. There is a flag, and it could be a holding procedure. We'll see if it is, as Ripplinger was trying to get there. Right now it's 2nd and 1 pending the penalty, as they're taking a look over to Coach Brady Schwab and seeing what they would like to do with this penalty that looks like it's on Mayport CG, as Dex Ovdom was trying to fit it through a tight window with a couple of white jerseys around him, and it will be pass interference. So take it from the 20 to about the 10, and the Patriots will have their second penalty of the contest, 2 for 15. As they're going to have a first and goal opportunity here for Thompson. As Dex Obdam stands by himself now, Pettis comes into the backfield. It's a little jet sweep. Pettis gets a handful of yards on the play, gets close to about the 5 as he splits the distance. 3 carries for 10 yards. Second and goal here for Thompson as they're knocking on the door. 2 wide receivers split up both right and left. Also on the far right-handed side is Jack Krogstad here for the Thompson Tommies. Obdam, QB keeper, looking to get to the edge, gets a block, makes a cut. The flight comes in. We'll see if it's a hold on Thompson or if it's a house call for Dex Obdam. Where the penalty is, sometimes you just might get caught holding as he was trying to make the cut back in. Now, if this is going to be a spot foul back at the 5 and move him back 10 yards, and if this is on Thompson, which it looks to be the case, be their first penalty of the season. And it will be on Thompson, so he races 6 points off that scoreboard. And for Mayport CG, a chance to collect your breath here with your 3-5-3 defense for the Patriots. You got Spencer Jacobson, Lucas Rayner, and Keaton Crawford on the line. Linebackers of Logan Nielsen, Erickson, Mock, Johansson, and Weaver, with corners of Blake M., Doctor, and safety Jay Larson here for the Patriots. Obdam going to spin near side. Obdam trying to avoid a sack, throws the football, and this one will be on its way for an incompletion. So Obdam 2 for 3 on the drive, but showing you is a little slippery there for the 5'10 sophomore, making the spin, trying to get to the boundary. And now brings up 3rd down and long here for the Thompson Tommies with 5:30 left to play in the opening quarter. First drive of the game for Thompson. Mayport CG, their drive stalled at midfield. A good punt return by Gemmel to the Patriots 41, and Thompson trying to get the first 6 of the season. Obdam, shotgun, Patriots rush 3. Obdam fires, throws, caught near sideline. Gemmel spins, Gemmel makes his way, and Gemmel is into the end zone for the touchdown. Eli Gemmel with the house call from 15 yards from Dex Obdam as Gemmel was able to spin and break a tackle and take it 15 for the end zone. Gemmel 2 catches on the drive for 22 yards and a touchdown as Dex Obdam goes 3 for 4 for 31 yards. And they will come on, and here's the PAT for Adrian Brend. So Brend will come on trying to finish off the opening drive with the point after attempt. Thompson with a quick offensive work went down the field, and here's a right-handed end-over-end kick that's going to be good. New score, 5:20 to play in the opening quarter on the Chris Monodak Insurance scoreboard. It's Thompson 7, Mayport CG scoreless.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner 3. Good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
That drive here for the Thompson Tommies, take a look back. It goes 41 yards, able to have 7 plays on the drive. That went 41 yards and able to eat up 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the drive for Thompson. So a little cat and mouse game, if you will, for what these two teams would like to do. Mayport CG trying to control the game. Thompson, if you ever saw the Baylor offense about 10, 15 years ago, or the Oregon Ducks, they want to go some more, and maybe like Ole Miss from last year in college football as well. As for the Thompson Tommies with Bren, they will put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. We'll get Mayport CG with their second opportunity of the game here offensively. Good kick, end over end. It'll make its way with it. It's going to be Erickson. Erickson looking for a little bit of a crease, and this time Thompson does a good job wrapping him up, as that'll be close to about the 30-yard line at about the 29. So second possession of the game here for the Patriots. It'll be at the 5:15 mark. And with how Thompson was able to boot, scoot, and boogie down the field, Mayport CG is going to want to make sure they get a good drive put together here offensively and see if he can answer here for the Patriots. Last time the Patriots beat Thompson was September 22nd of 2006 in football. Now, they haven't played every year since then because one team was 11, one team was 9, or in opposite regions. But it's been 5 straight wins here for Thompson, trying to make it 6 straight. Larson, QB keeper, gets the outside, makes a man miss. Larson with a hot step, and he keeps his way going forward, and Larson gets about 13 to 14 yards. Made Eli Gemmel miss in space, and once he made Gemmel miss, he was able to get about a 2-yard gain to a 12, 13-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Mayport CG Patriots. 12 yards, and sooner or later you're wondering where the play action or just a little eye candy was coming there for Mayport CG, and the Larson, the sophomore, did a good job executing the fake, getting outside and going one-on-one with Gemmel. Gets the first down here for Mayport CG. As we make our way with that full house backfield, that's been the set so far here for the Patriots on our first Friday Night Lights of the season. Larson back under center. This time able to hand it off. Nielsen gets a cut, makes it back in with a hole. Nielsen gets a first down and some into Thompson territory, and that's a gain of nearly 15 yards. A gain of 14. 3 carries for 20 yards, so you get a gain of 12 and a gain of 20. And the lane's opening up a little bit here after you go outside. Now you come back in. And what can the Patriots have in store in this third play of the drive? Last drive started at their own 32. It took off nearly 4.5 minutes off the clock. This one started at their own 29, 2 plays, and boom, you're into Thompson territory. It's Thompson with a 4-man front, but a 4-4-3 as it stands right now with this full house backfield as Larson back under center, hands this one off. Here goes Nielsen yet again. Nielsen gets tackled. Good shoestring tackle on the play there by Payton. As Kane was able to make the play, able to get though a handful of yards. About 3 on the attempt there for Nielsen. 4 carries for 23 yards as we get some nice cloud cover for us folks up in the press box. So 2nd down and 7. For Mayport CG, they will host Grafton next in Mayville, then have their Region 1 opener against the Thunder of Ellendale Edgeley Column on September 4th. While for the Tommies, they head to Hillsborough Central Valley next week, then have their Region 2 opener up in Belcourt against the Braves of Turtle Mountain. 2nd down and 7, just over 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. It's the Patriots and the Tommies on a Friday night. Larson under center. Hands this one off. This is into the backfield, and the Patriots maybe get about a yard on the play. Lucas Rayner. Rayner gets about 1 yard on that play. And make its way through, and not able to do much on that. And brings up a 3rd down here on the way for the Patriots, but where they're at, wants to get about 5 to 8 yards, maybe a negative. We'll see if solo this could be 4-down territory, maybe get 3-4 yards here and make a 4th down a little bit more manageable if they can try to do so. Larson again goes under center as we've been able to see Nielsen, Erickson, and also Rayner here in the backfield in that full house for a majority of the evening. And we get a delay of game. That one hurts a little bit for the 2nd possession of the game. 3rd penalty for the Patriots for 20 yards. This will be the 2nd offensively of the night. And all of a sudden now a 3rd and 7 goes into a 3rd and a little bit tougher. Ball goes back to the 48-yard line for a 3rd and 12. 3rd down and 12 for the Patriots. You got the center of Jace Knutz in the 5'10 junior play action. First time we maybe get a chance to see Larson throw. Larson evading a sack. Larson able to make his way through the 45, makes a man miss at the 50, 45, 40. Look out, Larson spins, and he gets the first down on a backyard play, and they might make it maybe a yard short. Nope, they're going to give him to him at the 35-yard line. So he needed 12, and he got 12. Moved the chains on a backyard play for Larson. It looked like Thompson had him dead to rights with 3-4 guys in the backfield, but a little shake and a bake and a move there by Larson. A sophomore is showing you he can be a handful. It's 1st and 10 for the Patriots as they're looking to answer on their 2nd drive of the contest. Just under 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Thompson took it 41 yards for a score. Obbed him to Gemmel for 15 yards on the pitch and catch. Larson, see what he does here for a little bit of an encore. Hands this one off. Making its way through for a couple was Nielsen. Nielsen gets 2 yards on the play. Cannon was able to be in on the tackle alongside with Elijah Conrad. Gets 3 yards. And brings up 2nd down. A little bit different philosophy here. Spread them out. go boundary to boundary, where Mayport CG have pretty much put everybody in between the hash marks, and take a hat on a hat and see if you can move a man a little bit and allow your guys to get some distance in front of them. But you have to be wary of the 6'5" tight end Dabano at times when he can maybe jump out on a play action with that size. Second down and long, play action. Larson going to keep it. Looking to run with the football right now, and Larson going to get met in the backfield for a loss. That was a keeper on the outside. Good job defensively for Thompson, just hanging around and not biting on that particular play. Able to see it come through. It looked like calling and able to see that one on the far side. So really good play from Thompson. Brings up 2 yards on the loss, and Larson, that was a QB keeper the entire way, not looking to throw, but he just did pick up a 3rd and 12 earlier here in the possession. What might potentially be the final play of the quarter, depending on how this one rolls. Maybe 2 with how Mayport CG is moving offensively, as they're getting the line late, trying to take as much time off that clock. But when you go out of bounds in high school football, it stops. Just get off before the play clock expires, and Nielsen stretching to about the 31-yard line for a gain of 5. Cannon able to get there. Nielsen, 6 carries, very workmanlike game so far for 30 yards. My MSUM Dragon math would say that's 5 yards per pop so far, and it brings up 4th down and manageable here, 4th and 6, and that can be the final play of the quarter, and Mayport CG's going to let this one click all the way down. So a 5-minute and 15-second drive so far here for the Patriots. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the second quarter as we'll flip the fields. We'll see a 4th down and 6 as the Patriots will need the Tommies 25 when we return.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent in Hillsborough.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller alongside Brad Thompson with you on this Friday night. Thank you so much for tuning into high school football. If you're enjoying this broadcast, give us a like. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel as well, and take a look at upcoming games on YourLiveEvent.com. Well, Patriots got something brewing here. You got 3 plays, followed by another 4, followed by another 2. So it's been a 9-play drive so far for Mayport CG. 10th play upcoming, and they've already chewed off 5 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock, and looking to continue to do so with a 4th down conversion here. They'll need the Thompson Tommy nearly 25-yard line for the first. And they have been in this one formation throughout its entirety. Coach Sola said, we tried to simplify things for the guys, and so far they are going with this one particular offensive set. 4th and 6. Larson looking to pass the football here. Larson rolls to the right. Larson makes the pitch, and this one is going to be incomplete. Yeah, 2 Patriots there with Erickson, but Doctor didn't realize his teammate was behind him. That'll be incomplete as Peyton Kane was able to get out there defensively, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So Larson, first play of the drive that he had a chance to throw the football, and he eventually did throw the football. It goes incomplete. So a turnover on downs here for the Patriots. Thompson will have their second drive of the contest, and this will be at their own 31-yard line. So a little bend but don't break. And now we're going to see the tortoise to the hare, if you will, here for Thompson as they will come out. Sam Weaver at left guard, for Thompson. You got the left guard of Charlie Johnson. Handoff will come up the middle here, and Thompson's going nowhere with Rylan Pennis. Pennis will actually lose about 3 yards on the play. At left tackle is Elijah Conrad. Johnson at guard with Colton Krebs, the center. Easton Castle at right guard, and Hudson Lovelace, the right tackle again here for the Thompson Tommies. Dex Obdam, the sophomore, with Gemmel, the motion man. They will have a little jet here to Gemmel, and Gemmel gets stuck at the line. Good play by Brogan Erickson as Gemmel gets about a yard and brings up a 3rd down and long. So 3rd and long here for Thompson. As coming out of the game right now is Lovelace. So he will check out 3rd down and 10 here for the Tommies, and Dex needs all 10. This pass, good throw, and it looks to be a completion by Krogstad. They'll say at the 38, he's going to be 3 yards shy of the 1st down. So it's a gain of 7. Krogstad will make his first reception of the season, and a good one at that. They're playing off the ball, so Dex will take a quick 7 yards, and it looks like Thompson might go for it, and Brady Schwab wants to talk it over. We'll take a break with them. 10:45 left to play in the opening half. On the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard, Thompson leads by 7.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. The dog days of summer are here and harvest has begun. Please stay safe this season. Summer also means heavily discounted shop, seed meter, and planter inspection rates. Cash and early order discounts pair with $50 per row rebate offered on new systems. And don't forget the fantastic interest rates, including 0% for 1 year. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 with any questions or visit planterdoc.com.
The Patriots and the Tommies here for high school football. A little rivalry between these two teams when it comes to any particular sport. Guys, gals, baseball, softball, to everything in between when these two get tangled with one another. Thompson going back through. State champs back in 2016 and 2018 in 9-man football, completing both seasons going 12-0. Since 2019, Thompson has been exclusively in 11-man for football. Well, for the Mayport CG Patriots, going back to the 2002 season, 22 season, they went 8-2 overall, lost to Cavalier in the 9-man quarterfinals. Since then, back and forth between 11-man and 9-man, 11-man in 23, 9-man in 24, back to 11-man last season, and here again with the 11-man this year. 4th down is Brady Schwab looking to roll the dice on 4th and 3. They're going for the hard count. Do they get him, or was it an offensive lineman who came through? See what they're going to say. It's 5 yards one way. If it's 5 yards Mayport's way, be a 1st down. If it goes the opposite, it's 4th and 8. And the early indication looks like it's going to be on the Patriots on the hard count, and it will be. Patriots, first game of the season, 4th penalty now for 25 yards. And we'll see if that's costly from a Mayport CG point of view. Also with co-oping with Finley Sharon again for football this season. Especially if Thompson puts this one in the end zone potentially, as they will get the ball to start the second half as well. Second possession of the game, and then Thompson will give the 5 yards right back and make it 1st and 15. Well, some of the things you expect game 1 of the season, especially when you go through and you have a handful of new players or sometimes maybe a new coaching staff trying to relay signs and get everything situated through your first game. Nice looking crowd on hand here in Thompson, both from the Patriots' point of view and the Tommies' point of view, as a little wrap around here on this football field. Dex with a QB keeper, and look at him shake and bake to the 50, and Dex Ovdam with a nice read gets the 1st down for a gain of 16. Dex hasn't kept the ball so far, so everybody immediately jetted out to Pennis, and then just up the middle between Castle and Johnson, a nice crease, and Dex Ovdam took full advantage as the Thompson Tommies are in Patriots territory at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 with 10:20 left to play in the half. Pennis on a little swing pass will make his way to the outside to the 40, and Pennis gets decked at the 39-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards on the pitch and cast. Pennis 2 catches for 16 yards. Gemmel has 2 for 22 and a touchdown as it makes its way 2nd down and 3 upcoming here for Thompson. Twins, both left and right. Gemmel motion man. They will hand this one off to Pennis. Pennis goes up the middle. We get a flag coming out, and it looks to be about enough for a 1st down, barring the penalty as it stands. Let's see. Spencer Jacobson, one of the guys in on the tackle. See what the penalty is for Mr. Donald Doyle. He's been kept busy tonight. It will be a hold on Thompson, and Coach Sola says move him back. Well, 3rd penalty now for 25 yards for Thompson. Be a spot foul and be a long second down. Nearly 2nd and 13 upcoming and back to the 49-yard line of Mayport CG. 2 wide receivers split out right and left as Dax Ovdom, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation, hands this one off to Pennis. Pennis puts his foot in the ground. He gets tackled. Good play by Caden Crawford up top. Pennis gets about a yard back, but now it's 3rd and long. 5 carries for 8 yards for Pennis. Ovdom 1 for 16 and Gemmel 1 for 1. 3rd and long here for Thompson. Dex, QB keeper. Dex makes his way nearly to the 40-yard line before he gets tripped up at the 41. So a good, healthy gain of about 6 yards there for Dex. Brings up 4th down and kind of getting into nearly no man's land. You can play for a field position if you want. Otherwise, 4th and 6. Looking for a similar play of what you just had to get the first down. Clean snap, Dex with a pump fake, looking to go deep down the field, looking for Gemmel, and Gemmel not going to be able to make the play. Noah DeBono was there. Gemmel was maybe looking for a little bit of a hold. I don't see anything yellow on the field. That'll be a turnover on downs. So defense stands here for the Patriots, and they will see their 3rd drive of the game upcoming in great starting field position. As time to bring out your sunglasses again for those of us in the press box with the sun making its way through the clouds. 42-yard line here for the Patriots. This will be their best starting field position of the evening with 8:55 left to play in the half. Patriots with all 3 timeouts left in the first half. For Thompson, they have 2, and we'll see a new formation for the Patriots here in the shotgun. Twins left, 1 right. Tight end on the right side of the formation. Larson in the gun. Larson, handoff, Nielsen looking to bounce it outside, has a lane. Nielsen into Thompson territory, and he gets the first down. There is a hold on the play, potentially, of where it is. Right now it's a gain of about 11. We'll see the penalty upcoming. Able to get to the outside and go behind his right tackle of Spencer Jacobson and get to the boundary. It'll be a holding penalty from the spot, so a 1st and 10 will go to about a 1st and 16. Or a 1st and 14 upcoming, excuse me, as that was 6 yards above the line. So first down will rinse and repeat, and the Patriots will see Doctor in the slot near side. Alongside with him will be Rayner, the tight end. 1 wide receiver split out right. Thompson able to see 7 guys in the box. Larson, handoff, Nielsen. Nielsen's going to get popped behind the line, and he gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So Nielsen 7 carries now for 30 yards. Good stick on the outside there for Adams at 6'4", 210. The first thing, he was able to come in and immediately make Nielsen go back into the middle of the football field if he missed the tackle. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 14 with under 8 minutes to play here in this first half. Patriots so far a punt and a turnover on downs. Well, for Thompson, a touchdown and a turnover on downs for their 2 possessions of this first half. Play clock getting to 4 seconds as they get set. 2 with 1, they get the play off. Larson with some time looking to set up a screenplay as Larson weaving his way. Larson with the pump fake, and Larson going to throw this football away. Larson able to zap, and get the long play for an incompletion. It's 0 for 2 here for Larson. Jay Larson was about nearly 20 yards in the backfield, and this might be intentional grounding if it never got back to the line of where that penalty's coming from, and it will be intentional grounding of where that play came in at the 20-yard line. And the white hat Don Doyle talking it over, as it was at the original 39, but again, just never got back to line. You can throw it away, but how far Larson was 20 yards behind the line before he threw it. And as he did, it'll go all the way to the 21, so it's going to be a loss of 18 yards. That's the 6th penalty now for 53 yards here for the Mayport CG Patriots, and brings up 3rd and about a county mile upcoming here for Mayport CG. As we'll have this, 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right-handed side, ball at the 18-yard line as the Patriots need to get to midfield. So about 3rd and 35 upcoming for the Patriots. Patriots with some time. Larson throws it across the middle. Doctor with the catch. And Doctor gets a good chunk back. Not a bad play. A little quick slant up the middle. And he'll make his way through to the 36-yard line, so they get 18 yards on the pitch and catch. Thompson, obviously, playing almost the old bend, but don't prank, don't give up the big one. If you will give up 10, 15 yards, so be it. Just make the tackle in open space. So the Patriots looking to at least flip the field a little bit here with 7 minutes left to play in this opening half, as DeBono will be back on for his second punt here of the evening. As Thompson with 2 returners back. Clean snap. Left-footed kick. DeBono, a high end-over-end kick. Gemmel's going to retrieve it at the 24. Gemmel gets a plot, gets to the 30, 35, 40. Gemmel makes his way 45, and Gemmel's going to get stuck there, as this will be close to midfield at about the 48-yard line. Third punt, or second punt of the game for the Patriots and DeBono. Not a bad one, as we'll get a... Looks like we'll get a injury timeout potentially coming out of this game, and we'll take a quick break with them here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Out-of-town scoreboard for you. 9:16 left to play in the first half. Hillsborough Central Valley 8, Grafton 6 in a Region 1, Region 2 game. So Hillsborough Central Valley currently with the lead in the first half. You can watch that game on YourLiveEvent.com as well with Jake Berkemeyer. In Milner, Sargent County, and Park River area, it's the Aggies of Park River area 8, Sargent County, the Bulldogs 6 with 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Then 9-man football, Cavalier and New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock with Greg Grenz. That game currently in the second quarter, midway through the second quarter. The Rockets 12, Cavalier, the Tornadoes 6. So that's a look at your Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance Agency out-of-town scoreboard as we get ready here for Thompson's second possession. First possession took really good field position, able to be at their own 41-yard line, and they eventually capped it off on a 15-yard pitch and catch with Gemmel to Dex Ovdam. As Thompson will start this one nearly at midfield. They have 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half of play, but they want an indoor track meet here if you're Thompson, the way that they're kind of able to keep moving. As get everything reset after the timeout here, and taking a look here for the Mayport CG Patriots, making sure the guy that they were looking at looks to be okay on the near sideline. That looks to be Caden Crawford. Caden Crawford with his helmet off, so just to make sure he's going to be all right. First down and 10 as we're back to football here. Dex Ovdam going to keep it, gets a block from Pennis, and then Ovdam gets wrapped up at the 49-yard line. He'll make the play as Lucas Rayner. Rayner on the tackle brings up 2nd and 9. Third carry for 23 yards. I see Dex on that last possession use his legs a little bit more on a couple of read option plays or QB keeper. 2nd down and 9, motion man goes Pennis. They will pitch it on a slant play, incomplete. Looking for a quick slant to Crockstead right at the sticks. And now for Dex so far here today, 3 of 8 for 45 yards and 1 touchdown, 5 of 8 for 45 yards and 1 touchdown through the air. 3rd down and 9 here for Thompson. They'll need the Patriots about 43-yard line for the first, or at least get 5-6 yards and get a little bit closer. 3-man front here for the Patriots. They will bring 3. Dex with a little bubble screen. Here goes Gemmel. Gemmel makes a man miss. Look at Gemmel juke. Gemmel still going, and Gemmel going to be right at the sticks. He needed 9. Did he get it? See where they're going to spot. It might be just a nose of a football shy. Unless he's right at the line. We'll see this one. See if we see our first chain gang of the night, and we will. I need a 9. It's either going to be 8.5 or 9 here on the pitch and catch. Gemma with his third catch of the evening for 31 yards. And we'll see our first chain gang here of the evening coming out. They'll stretch it out, and that looks to be enough for the first down. So nice play, able to bring Gemmel across the boundary. Made a guy miss and able to get north to south quick enough to get that first down. And Thompson will be right on the ball with 5:59 to play here in the first half. Coming up on the halftime show, we'll take a look at the first half numbers. Your out-of-town scoreboard. That and more still to come, but first, matter of will we stay at this score? Will Thompson add to it, or can the Patriots come back and tie as Pennis going to get stuck? Good play by Logan Nielsen reading the bubble screen. That'll be a 3-yard loss. So 3-yard loss on the play, and able to make his way through the block and make the tackle again there for the senior Logan Nielsen. As we make this one here for Dex Ovdam. Ovdam will be back in the shotgun formation. He'll keep this one. Dex able to get to the 40-yard line, 35-30. Look at Dex move, and Dex gets to the 26-yard line. 20 yards on the rush there for Ovdam. 4 carries for 43 yards. Little backyard football, if you will, that still works at the end of the day. Just a simple read option. If you see the lanes opening up in front of you, we've been able to see Dex take full advantage as he's nearing nearly 100 total yards here in this first half of play for Thompson. Motion man goes Pennis. Pennis gets to the boundary, picks up a block, and Pennis gets pushed out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Nearly a 20-yard, make that a 18-yard run. Really good block on the outside by the receiver to spring it to that next level, and it brings up a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. As Dex back in the shotgun with Pennis to his left. 2 wide receivers split out both left and right. Ovdam, QB, trying to go behind Johnson, and Dex is going to get met maybe about a yard or so on the play. And it keeps it 2nd and goal. Season opener for both teams. For Division A football, you get 2 games before you get to the games that quote-unquote matter. That'll determine whether or not you're in the playoffs. For 9-man football tonight, you're already into region play. Dex with a little pump fake, throws it in the end zone, cut for the touchdown. Adams, the 6'4 senior, goes up and brings it down. Dex with his 2nd passing touchdown of the night, and Thompson takes a 13-0 lead. 59 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Adams gets his first receiving catch of this season. And Dex just with a little pump and then able to go up towards the back right of the end zone to Adams. As coming on will be Adrian Bren for the point after attempt. Krogstad with the hold. And this will get a flag on the play. What is going to be a high snap. Krogstad did a good job of bringing that one back down. And we'll get an encroachment on Mayport CG. And we'll get a chance to reset, and this might allow Brady Schwab maybe to say, hey, let's go for 2. We're going to get an extra 1.5 yards of real estate here. Let's take advantage of it. So for the Thompson Tommies, able to get the hard count and eventually take that into the end zone here on the drive. Started back at their own 48-yard line at the 6:37 mark, so just over 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock on the drive as Dex with Pennis to his right. Motion man is Gemmel. Dex Ovdam, QB keeper, makes a man miss, trying to get into the goal line to break it. He does not. The 2-point conversion is no good, but a new score on the Chris Mo Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. It's Thompson 13, Patriots scoreless here late in the first half.
At Bank Forward, we understand ag. Many of our employees have deep agricultural roots and understand firsthand the ups and downs of farming and ranching. When you talk to us about your ag operation, you can trust we understand your language and the current state of agriculture. Stop in today and let's discuss your ag operations needs. Standing with ag producers. Since 1927, It's simply the forward way.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
As the Thompson Tommies were able to take it 52 yards on 8 plays, that takes 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. A touchdown from 8 yards out as Omdom hits Adams, and it's a new score, 13-0 Thompson. And for the Patriots, looking to see if they can answer, because Thompson does get the ball first to start the second half of play. As this will be put on the tee again by Brend. Right-footed, nice end-over end kick that'll make its way to Brogan Erickson. Erickson with it at the 15-yard line, near sideline. Erickson with a little bit of a crease. Erickson able to make his way in a good play at that at about the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 37, make it the 38. So this will be the 4th drive of the game at the 38-yard line here for the Patriots. A punt, turnover on downs, and punt so far, as they have 4:18 to work with, and all 3 timeouts here for Mayport CG. Got in the full house backfield the first 2 drives. Last time went more with a shotgun. Let's see what they do here on their 4th drive with Jade Larson, a sophomore quarterback, with a shotgun formation. Twins left, 1 right. Erickson by himself on the right with Doctor in the slot on the near sideline. Dabano, the tight end. With him in the backfield is the 5'9 senior in Nielsen as Erickson motions left to right. Larson, clean snap, has some time. Larson now going to roll to the far sideline, and Larson looking to get the pass. He gets hit as he throws. And do we get another intentional grounding, or will it be a late hit? Never got past the line. We'll see if it's a intentional grounding on the play, and it will be. Second time here for Larson. It's twice that we've seen Larson. And as a younger quarterback, you're going to see this happening where you just kind of have got to trust the line a little bit and move up and towards the pocket instead of the opposite, which is moving behind towards the pocket. Ball is at the 38, and now the ball is going to be at about the 18, so a 20-yard loss on the play. And so far, 8 penalties for 79 yards here for Mayport CG in this first half. And with just over 4 minutes to play, it brings up 2nd down and long. So for the Patriots, can you get 10 yards back roughly and at least give yourself a little bit more realistic chance on 3rd down? Thompson, you're smelling blood in the water right now. High snap, the ball is free, and Larson just quickly pounces on it, as that's going to go all the way back to the 7-yard line. So another loss of about 11 yards on the play, and it just went bad to worse here for the Patriots. And we get a timeout here. We'll take a break as well. 3:51 left to play here in the first half play. Timeout on the field on the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Thompson leads by 13.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we return here tonight in Thompson, it is high school football on yourliveevent.com. Larson going to be out of the game, so we'll see a new quarterback as Coach Sola took the timeout. Larson limping out towards the sideline here for the sophomore QB. So we'll see a new quarterback into the game for the Mayport CG Patriots and see who will be under center. And what is a 3rd and, again, about a county to go here for Mayport CG after the intentional grounding and then just the high snap. See who will be taking the snaps. Connor Doctor probably would be your number 2, and it looks like he will be. So Connor Doctor now will take the snaps here for the Patriots as Nielsen lines up behind him. Ball's at their own 6-yard line, nearly at the shadow of their own end zone. Doctor with some time, rolls to the right-hand side. Doctor going to keep it, get to the outside, past the 10 to the 15, and Doctor gets a handful of yards back. Good tackle on the far side here for the Thompson Tommies, and Colleen, the 5'8 sophomore, able to get about 10 yards on the play for Doctor on the rush. And at least give your punter, Noah DeBono, a little bit more room to breathe here with the school in the end zone right behind him. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the first half, and Thompson right now looking for a knockout punch, if you will, to see if he can get the stop here, which was part one, and get the ball back and see if he can make it a 3-score game. DeBono with his best punt of the night, end over end that tracks Gemmel back to the near 35-yard line. Gemmel gets to a block to the 50. Gemmel far sideline 45. He puts the helmet down and rolls his way to the 40-yard line. Nice return by Gemmel. And with 3 minutes exactly on the clock, Thompson will need to go about 40 yards to try to get their third touchdown of the game. As we get a injury on the play, we'll take a break with them here in Thompson.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As they continue to look at the injured Patriot on the far sideline of the field, 3 minutes to play here on yourliveevent.com on the Chris Moen Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Thompson 13, Mayport CG scoreless. Your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Nelson County is Chris Moen. If you're just joining us, a pair of Dex Ovdom touchdown passes so far is the difference. One of 15 yards for Gemmel and one of 8 yards to Adams so far. Point after attempt is good for Adrian Brand on the first one, and the second, they went for a 2-point conversion and didn't get it. We'll take a break. We'll let you know more next as they continue to take a look at the injured Patriot here in Thompson.
Every jersey has a number, and behind every number is a dream. A future teacher, an electrician, a nurse, a farmer, and a business owner. Maybe even tomorrow's community leader.
If we can make that happen, then we've done our job. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we're proud to invest in the people behind the dreams.
For more information, visit www.dhb.bank. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As the injured Patriot was Maddox Marcus, he's able to come off under his own power. That's the good news, but he's off for the moment, and they just had Larson again leave the game on the previous possession as well. So now for the Tommies, they will hand this one off. Here goes Pennis. Pennis making his way through, gets to about the 35-yard line for a gain of 4. 7 carries for 30 yards here for the 5'8 senior, and Rylan Pennis makes it 2nd down and 6. And for Thompson, as they've done the entirety of the game, it's get right back on the football, get your respective formation, and let's go. Pitch play to the outside on the pass to Ripplinger. Ripplinger gets a couple more yards, makes it 3rd down and very manageable, about 3rd and about a long 3 upcoming. Ripplinger with his first catch of the season. So far for Dex Ovdom, he has hit 5 different Thompson receivers here tonight. 3rd down, they will hand this one out to Pennis, and Pennis is going to get stuck. Able to blow up the play on the outside here for the Mayport CG Patriots is Noah DeBono. DeBono on the outside makes the play, and it brings up a 4th down. It looks like we'll get a timeout here for Brady Schwab and the Thompson Tommies. Clock will stop with 2:01 left to play. 4th down and 5 upcoming after a 3-yard loss.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
2:01 left to play here in the first half of play. No 2-minute warning or 2-minute timeout, whether you're college football or NFL football fan. College football does start up already next week for Division I football, and then you really get in earnest over Labor Day weekend. AA and AAA football opens up next week in North Dakota as well on Friday night. 9-man and 1A get things cooking, and 6-man football last night as well. 4th and 5, ball at the 34. Thompson with 1 timeout remaining. Dex with a clean snap. Dex with some time, takes a deep shot down the field. This one will be incomplete at the goal line. Trying to find it on the far side, incomplete. As they were looking for Jack Krogstad, it will be a turnover on downs. So turnover on downs. Patriots defense does what it needs to do as they get their 5th possession of the game upcoming here. And they have 2 timeouts to work with a $1:55, and not so shabby a field position here to start with at the 34-yard line. And you'll hear coaches say in a 2-minute situation, sometimes that first play can really set the tone for defense or offense, even if it's a 5-yard gain, something positive from the offensive perspective, and see if you can use that to propel yourself. Well, if it's a 5-yard loss or a batted ball for the defense, now you can kind of be a little bit more aggressive. As Doctor, again, back out at the quarterback spot right now for the 2nd time for the Patriots, as Larson does have his helmet on, pacing the sideline. Play clock works to 2, works to 1. Do they call the timeout, or is it going to be a delay of game? We'll see what they give him here. As you're trying to get an 11th player put out, and Coach Sowell looks like he was trying to call the timeout before the delay of game warning, and he will get his timeout. So 2nd timeout taken here for the Patriots. We'll return with more after this on yourliveevent.com.
In today's world, financial decisions can feel more overwhelming than ever, and you don't have to make those decisions alone. At Lux Wealth Advisors in Mayville, we take the time to understand your financial goals and make it our priority to see you reach them.
Whether you're planning to retire, looking for investment advice, or saving for your child's education, we're here to help you with every step. Stop by our office or call us at 701-788-6100. Lux Wealth Advisors, your trusted partner for a brighter financial future.
High school football here tonight on yourliveevent.com. We'll have high school football again next week on Friday, and then volleyball starts up on September the 1st. Cross country's already been going. You got girls golf already going, and school is back in session as we get you ready for another school year here for 2026 and 2027. All roads lead to the Fargo Dome again for the Dakota Bowl coming up in November. First down and 10, $1:55 to play here in the opening half as the Patriots got one timeout remaining. Doctor with some time, steps up, fires, throws this one nearly intercepted at midfield as Ripplinger had his hands on it, but does a good job of at least batting the ball down as it's incomplete. So Doctor with his first attempt of the evening, able to finish the last drive for Doctor with about a 10-yard rush as he will continue to be out there. Talking to Coach Adam Solis, said we can kind of use him in a number of positions offensively. He's already used that here as a wide receiver. Able to see him at a tight end spot when they go with that full house package, and now at the quarterback spot on this possession. 2nd and 10, motion man, Progan Erickson. With some time, Doctor steps up, and this will be incomplete. Throw behind the intended receiver of Rayner at the 40-yard line. In on the coverage, and we'll see Jacob Olsen, the inside linebacker, makes it 3rd and 10. So 3rd down upcoming for the Patriots, and what this has also done, not a lot of time has been taken off the clock, so if you have to punt here, Thompson still with a timeout remaining could say, hey, we can get our hands on the football one more time and try to see if you can get in the end zone for the 3rd time this evening. 3rd and 10, we'll see what Coach Sola draws up for the Patriots. Erickson motions to the near side. As that goes to DeBono, incomplete. Good coverage by Calling, able to hit DeBono pretty much right when the football came. 3 passes, all incompletions, and now it's 4th and 10 here for the Patriots. As that sun just wants to slowly fade behind that elevator in the Western Hemisphere. With 1:39 left to play here in the half, Patriots looking to see if they have to come on and punt this football away with DeBono. We've already seen 3 punts here this evening. Play clock working to 12 seconds here for Mayport CG as they will quickly get to the line as they look at the play clock here. Trying to get set. DeBono gets the snap off. Here's the left-footed kick. Nice kick by DeBono. This one will go to the 30-yard line. Thompson with a nice little move on the outside here for the Tommies with Grady Hurst. Hurst makes a man miss at midfield. Hurst could go looking for another block. Hurst to the 20. Hurst to the 10. Hurst with a juke at the 5. And Hurst gets thrown out of bounds. Nice punt return by Hurst from the 30-yard line to the opposite nearly 5-yard line as he goes 65 yards. And with 1:19 left to play in the first half, it'll be 1st and goal here for Thompson. I've seen 2 really good punt returns here tonight for the Tommies. One that they eventually did go in to score in the first possession of the game. Now here knocking on the door and trying to make it a 3-score game. They'll put the ball at the 6-yard line with 1:19 left to go, and this one goes to the outside, and that'll be incomplete looking for Pennis. For Mayport CG, can you have a brick wall some way, somehow, and try to get 4 really good defensive downs out of your defense here and keep it at a 2-possession game? Well, if you're Thompson, a chance to double dip here, trying to get this in the end zone. Handoff, that's going to be right up the middle, and making his way through is going to be Pennis. Pennis able to get to about the 3-yard line, be 3rd and goal at the 3. 8 carries for 33 yards. Ball at the 3-yard line with under 55 seconds. This is probably the one time Thompson willing to take a little bit more time off the clock as we do get a whistle. And with where this will be, going to get a false start on Thompson, moving back 5 yards. So 4 penalties now for 30 yards for Thompson. And makes it a 3rd and goal back to the 8-yard line. As they will get the clock rolling here now with a 3rd and 8. Twins both left and right with Rylan Pennis to the right of Dex Ovdam in the gun. Patriots looking to bring a little bit of pressure. Dex steps up, throws across to Gemmel for his 2nd receiving touchdown of the evening. 8 yards on a deep crosser across the middle. Dex Ovdam took a shot, his 3rd touchdown passing of the contest. It's 19-rip Thompson with 38 seconds left to play in the first half. 64 yards passing now for Dex. Gemmell 4 catches for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we'll see the PAT here for Brend. And Thompson takes full advantage of that really good return by Hurst. And they get 6 points out of it as the PAT is no good. But with 38 seconds left to play, new score on the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard in the first half. Thompson 19, Patriots scoreless.
Need it fixed, built, painted, or powered up? Mayport Hardware has your back. From nuts and bolts to snow shovels and lawn care, we've got the gear and the know-how to keep your home running smooth. Locally owned, community loved. Our team's here to help with expert advice and hometown service you can count on. Mayport Hardware, your one-stop shop for every project, big or small. Stop in today and let's get it done together.
Oh, for the Thompson Tommies, 3 plays on the drive that eventually gets the house call there again with Mr. Dex Obdam throwing his hat trick for his 3rd passing touchdown here of the evening. Gemmell so far 4 catches for 39 yards, 2 scores, and look up and Thompson has that 3-score lead, and again they'll start the second half with the football. Putting the ball on the tee is Brend. Patriots trying to see if they can get a good special teams play here and maybe have one more attempt, at least trying to get to midfield and throw up a Hail Mary bare minimum in this first half of play. End over end kick. That'll go to the 20-yard line. Brogan Erickson looking for a little bit of a boundary. Erickson at the 30, now at the 35-40. Erickson to the 44-yard line, and you needed a good special teams play. Erickson able to deliver with 30 seconds left in the first half. This will go to the 45-yard line for our best starting field position here of the contest. And now for the Patriots, clock stops again with one more timeout. Clock stops if you get the first down, and then also if you can get out of bounds here for Mayport CG. We'll see full house backfield as you got Raynor, Erickson, and Nielsen with Doctor under center. Doctor hands this one off. Able to bounce this one to the outside again is Nielsen, and Nielsen gets wrapped up at the 50 for a gain of 5. They get a timeout here for Coach Sola. 8 carries for 35 yards here for Nielsen. And that's the last timeout for Mayport CG. Just trying to get a little bit closer. And if you can run another 5-6 yards here, you stop the clock. You can quickly get to line, maybe have a spike or run a quick play, call 2 in the huddle. Teachable moments early on in a football game here in the season. Thompson again will make their way to Hillsborough Central Valley next Friday. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Well, for the Mayport CG Patriots, they will host Grafton in their home opener at Jerome Berg Field in Mayville coming up a week from tonight against the Spoilers. And then they have EEK on September the 4th at home. While for Thompson, they will head to Turtle Mountain. Their next home game here in Thompson, September the 11th against Park River area and the Aggies for a Region 2 football showdown. 2nd down and 5 in the gun is Doctor. Doctor looking for some time, pocket collapses. Dabano is there, they'll say incomplete. Dabano looking behind him, asking if there was maybe a little bit of a hold on the play by Jacob Olson. Nothing granted as 5 seconds come off the clock. I see 17 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. And even if Dabano catches it, probably the best thing from the Patriots' point of view was a incompletion. If it was complete, all of a sudden you might be talking about halftime right now as Doctor has another attempt. Raynor, the motion man in the slot. Doctor looking, firing. This one nearly picked off by Calling. Calling saw a host of green field in front of him and nearly had a chance for a house call. Instead, it's a incompletion and brings up a 4th down. So you have 12 seconds here, and if you're kind of a darned if you do, darned if you don't. If you go for it and you don't get it, you give Thompson then a chance at least for a play or two to try to get in the end zone. If you punt, well, then all of a sudden you feel like take the ball to the half here. But if you go for it and you don't get it from a Patriots perspective, all of a sudden now you might give Thompson one more heave for the land of 6. 4th down and 5. They need the 45 for the first. Thompson with 1 timeout remaining. Patriots, they are out. It's going to be a broken play. Doctor weaves his way, and Doctor's going to get met for a 2-yard loss. Just weren't ready for that particular snap to come out, and Doctor with Charlie Johnson throws him down for a 2-yard loss, and it's a turnover on downs. And now Thompson with 6 seconds. Do you have enough time to get 5-6 yards, call a timeout, get out of bounds, or is it just a hook and ladder on a trick, or let Dex throw as far as he can possibly throw it with one more play? Turnover on downs, and now at the plus 49 with 6 seconds, and Brady Schwab's going to talk it over. We'll keep it here. 6 possessions for the Mayport CG Patriots. 4 have landed in punts and 2 in turnover on downs. For the Thompson Tommies, it's been every other. Touchdown, downs, touchdown, downs, touchdown. And we'll see what this 3rd possession, make that the 5th possession of the quarter, has in store for Thompson. A very blistering first quarter of play, and then a lot of back and forth in this second quarter as Tommies and will be at the Patriots' 49-yard line. Still to come at the half. We'll take a look at the first half numbers, your out-of-town scoreboard, and get you set for games coming up next Friday, where AA and AAA football will have their openers across the state of North Dakota. Minnesota gets going that Thursday, Friday of Labor Day weekend as tradition for their first round of Friday Night Lights in the state. So Tommies need 49 yards. Both teams out of timeouts. Trips to the right, 1 to left. Dex in the gun. Mayport CG rushes 3. Dex throwing it deep down the field. This one going to be incomplete at the 19-yard line, looking for Krogstad. And that's how we'll end this first half of play. For the Thompson Tommies, able to take a 19-0 lead. 7 points in the first quarter and 12 in the second. We're back with our halftime recap. That'll be next.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, we're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person, someone that knows your name and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsborough.
At Abra
Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
As we take a look at the halftime here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, again, a gorgeous night and a nice contingent of fans here in Thompson, both from the Patriot and Tommy perspective for Friday Night Lights here. Chase Miller alongside with Brad Thompson. Take a look at the first half numbers. Dex Obdum to Mr. Gemmel for 15 yards for the first touchdown of the game with 5:20 left to play in the first quarter. Bren came on for the point after attempt, made it 7-0 Thompson midway through the first quarter. Thompson would add another one with 4:24 left to play in the second. Dex Obdum went to Adams for an 8-yard passing touchdown. 2-point conversion was no good. 13-0 Thompson. Tommy struck gold one more time with 38 seconds left to play in the half. Obdum to Gemmel on a crossing pattern that went 8 yards, and the PAT was no good. And that makes the first half score 19-0 in favor of Thompson. Looks at the first half numbers. Thompson with 141 yards of total offense. 14 runs for 77 yards. That's 5.5 yards per pop. Dex Obdum 11 of 16 passing for 64 yards and 3 touchdowns. Thompson with 4 penalties, 30 yards, and 0 turnovers. Dex again 11 of 16, 64 yards with 3 scores through the air. He has 5 rushes for 43 yards as well. Rylan Pennis, 5 carries for 33 yards. And then you have Gemmel, 1 rush for 1 yard. Leading receiver Gemmel, 4 catches, 39 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Rylan Pennis, 4 catches for 10 yards. Adams, 1 catch for 8 yards and a score. Krogstad, 1 for 7. And Ripplinger, 1 for 2. Dex Obdum, though, so far in this game, 107 yards of total offense. We go from there to the Mayport CG Patriots as they have 82 yards of total offense, 64 yards on the ground, averaging 3.5 yards per pop on 18 attempts. And through the air right now, 1 of 8 for 18 yards passing here this evening. Nielsen on the ground, 8 carries for 35 yards. You have Larson, 4 carries for 11. Doctor, 2 for 8. Brogan Erickson, 3 for 9. And then from there for Mayport CG, Johansson, he's got 1 rush here on the evening as well for the Mayport CG Patriots for 1 yard. Larson through the air, 1 of 5 for 18 yards. Doctor 0 for 3. The 1 catch by Doctor for 18 yards here this evening. Mayport CG, no turnovers, 8 penalties for 79 yards. We'll take a break and we come back next. We'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard at the half. It's Thompson Tommy's 19th. The Patriots scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. The dog days of summer are here and harvest has begun. Please stay safe this season. Summer also means heavily discounted shop, seed meter, and planter inspection rates. Cash and early order discounts pair with $50 per row rebate offered on new systems. And don't forget the fantastic interest rates, including 0% for 1 year. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 with any questions or visit planterdoc.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Bank Forward, we understand ag. Many of our employees have deep agricultural roots and understand firsthand the ups and downs of farming and ranching. When you talk to us about your ag operation, you can trust we understand your language and the current state of agriculture. Stop in today and let's discuss your ag operations needs. Standing with ag producers. Since 1927, it's simply the forward way.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
As we come back at the half here on yourliveevent.com, take a look at your first half out-of-town scoreboard. At the halves, all Central McLean over Beulah out west, 28-6. Also in 9-man football, defending back-to-back champion New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock, they lead Cavalier 26-12 at the half as it stands right now in 9-man football. Out west in Division A, Bowman County, the Bulldogs shutting out Dickinson Trendy at the half, 8-0 in a defensive Schlabberknocker so far for a season opener. Also from there, some of your other scores will be making their way in on yourliveevent.com here tonight. We have one of 4 games, the New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock game with Cavalier. Also going on, you have Park River area going up against Sargent County tonight. Bryce Hogness on the call of that one, and that currently in the second half, it's 15-6 Park River area over Sargent County. The Aggies again out in front. And then Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Grafton making their way up in Grafton. Started the second half already. It's Hillsborough, Central Valley 8, Grafton 6, and what's a defensive gem as well between the Burros and the Grafton Spoilers. But the Burros again lead by 2 at the half, 8-6 starting the third quarter up in Grafton. The Burros and the Tommies will play one another coming up next week in Hillsborough. So that's a look at your first half out-of-town scoreboard. Your 9-man North Dakota football poll preseason. 2 teams who've made the Dakota Bowl the last 2 years, 1 and 2 with the Rockets, number 1 of New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock, and then Lemoore Litchfield Marion, number 2. Linton HMB, the number 3 team in 9-man in the preseason poll with Divide County 4, and then you have Napoleon, Gacko Streeter, and North Border tied for 5th. In the Division A football poll, as it stands right now, Langdon Area Munich, the preseason favorite, followed by Velva, Drake, Anamoose, Garrison. Allendale Edgeley column number 3 with Dickinson Trendy 4 and Botno number 5. Botno already played last night, defeating Lisbon up in Botno by a final of 36-0. So the Braves trying to show that last year wasn't a fluke, making it all the way to the Dakota Bowl, bringing some nice players back, defeating a Region 1 team again in Lisbon by a final of 36-0 last night in Botno. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half is coming up around the corner here from Thompson. It's the Patriots and the Tommies for the season opener here in 2026 on yourliveevent.com.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Every jersey has a number, and behind every number is a dream. A future teacher, an electrician, a nurse, a farmer, and a business owner. Maybe even tomorrow's community leader.
If we can make that happen, then we've done our job. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we're proud to invest in the people behind the dreams.
For more information, visit www.dhb.bank. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we get ready for the second half, the story of the game right now has been Thompson, in terms of special teams, taking advantage of two really good punt returns that eventually got them a grand total of 13 points, having to start at the Patriots' 41 and the Patriots' 6-yard line. On the first drive of the game, ended up with a 15-yard pitch and catch from Dex Ovdem-Ngemo. On the third touchdown of the game for Thompson, it was Ovdem-Ngemo as well for 8 yards. And kind of cool now with the sun down, you see at midfield, post 181, able to have that painted on, and kind of a tip of the cap to the Thompson Legion program that won another State B Legion tournament in Lisbon just a few weeks ago. They've gone back-to-back, 3 out of 4 and 6 out of 10 at the State B Legion level in terms of state championships. So something unique here, especially where the football field and the baseball field are one and intertwined throughout the course of the year as well. It's the Mayport CG Patriots, head coach by Adam Sola. Thompson Tommy's head coach with Brady Schwab, Chase Miller, alongside Brad Thompson with you here on this Friday night. As we got one more week of August, it's Labor Day weekend, and then once Labor Day kind of wraps up, it really feels like summer's behind us, and fall is very much a full frontal, especially with local colleges in the Mayville States, the VCSUs, the UNDs and NDSUs of the world getting going in earnest here as well. Thompson won the coin toss, elected to defer in a game that started back at 7 o'clock here tonight. So nearly an hour and a half old, the first half of play. Dabano will put the ball on the tee here for the Patriots. While for Thompson, you got Peyton Kane back, also with him. And we'll see Calvin Calling. Patriots looking for a quick turnover or 3 and out to get the ball back offensively and see if they can make it a 2-possession game as quick as they can. Well, for Thompson, you put the ball in for 6, you're up by 25, add another PAT or 2, and you might be able to slam the door shut early in this third quarter play. Dabano end over end kick that's going to make its way to the 15-yard line, and Kane goes to the 30. Thompson will have their 7th possession of the game. Also start at the 30-yard line here in the third quarter. As Thompson, able to see them come out with Dex Ovdem, the sophomore quarterback at 5'10". Ryland Pennis has pretty much been the exclusive tailback here, the senior at 5'8". Also out there here, you're able to see Henry Myshak, the sophomore, getting out there as they will come out with a three-man front. They're going to bring some pressure. Dex Obdam goes across the middle, incomplete, looking for Gemmel. The flag does come at 45 seconds. So a flag on the play. We'll see where this penalty is going. Very busy first half of penalties for both teams. And it looks like we might have a legal substitution. And we will, and this will be on the Patriots. So Patriots will have 9 penalties now for 84 yards. While on the opposite side for Thompson, they've had 4 penalties for 30 yards here tonight. First down and 5 here for Thompson. Dex going to keep it, and Dex breaks a tackle. Obdam makes his way to the 40-yard line before he's hogtied there for about a gain of 6. 6th carry of the game here for Obdam for 49 yards for the sophomore. Able to win both a State Babe Ruth Championship and State B Legion Championship here in Watford City and Lisbon this summer. Pennis near sideline gets the boundary. Pennis to the 45. Pennis keeps the wheels turning to the 49-yard line. Sam Weaver in on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Pennis, his 9th carry of the evening now for 41 yards. Let's see some fresh faces into the game here for Mayport CG as well, as you see Jace Knutson back into the contest. Also Jens Tweet, the junior. Tweet here playing the man up front as we'll get a full start here on Thompson. Tommies, we'll see Colton Krebs, the center. Also from there you have Easton Castle. And now at the right tackle spot is Landon Getz, the senior at the right tackle spot. Elijah Conrad at the left tackle spot, and then Charlie Johnson's been at left guard for majority of this game. Not in there right now as Obdam's going to keep it. Obdam makes a nice cut back to the 50, and look at Dex with the afterburners as Erickson brings the tackle. It's a gain of 12 for Obdam, 7 carries for 61 yards. Thompson over at that left guard spot right now is Noah McHugo, the sophomore, as we get a timeout here for Adam Sola, making sure they didn't have another illegal substitution or too many men on the field. 10:51 to play in the quarter. Thompson leads by 19.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Game 1, teachable moments no matter what, whether you win or lose. Nice thing again for Division A football, you have 2 games to kind of tinker with some things, maybe check out a couple of lineups before you get to region play, and those games matter. 9-man football, you're in region football tonight. A loss or a win could make or break your season going to 2 months from now in October. As Obdam will hand this one off to Pennis. Nice wrap-up by Sam Weaver. He's been everywhere. Weaver with the tackle, but it's a gain of 5 for Ryland. Pennis now 10 carries on the contest for 46 yards. Twins both left and right with Henry Myshak in the slot on the near sideline here for Thompson. Then you got Jack Krogstad, the sophomore, at the numbers. Pennis this time won't take it. Dex Obdam does. Dex Obdam goes to the middle, and Dex makes his way past the 20 to about the 18, make it the 17-yard line, so a gain of 23 yards. 8 carries for 84 yards now for Dex, and a good chunk of them are some gashing runs as well. Pennis going to keep it. Pennis makes a cutback. Pennis rolls his way to about the 5-yard line. He needed to get to the 6 for that first down. It looks like it's going to be a yard shy, so 2nd and 1. But some big gashing runs right now up the middle here for Thompson, keeping it on the ground. 2nd and short. This one will go to Pennis. Pennis bouncing to the left-handed side, looking to spin. Is he in? He's going to get the first down, but be shy of the first. And they'll get a good chunk to about the 2-yard line. Able to see this one go through. 1st and goal. Dex Optum's going to keep it. Dex looking to run. Dex trying to break through a tackle and takes a shot up high and a shot down low. The shot up high came from Caden Crawford. That'll be a yard loss on the play for Dex. 2nd and goal here. Thompson trying to take a 25-0 lead with a touchdown on this possession, opening possession of the second half that started back at their own 30-yard line. Handoff, Pennis. Pennis trying to break a tackle, does, and he will hop into the end zone for the touchdown for the 5'8 senior. Rylan Pennis hits pay dirt, and Thompson takes a 25-0 lead. 13 carries for 60 yards and a score for the senior. And it looks like Thompson will come out for the point after attempts. That was a lot of just run, and some more run on the play. They never threw the ball once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs on the play. 9 rushes for 70 yards between Pennis and Obdam. And here comes the PAT, and eventually Krogstad is going to get wrapped up. That one just going nowhere with 9:07 to play here in the third quarter. We do have a new score, the Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Thompson 25, Patriots scoreless.
In today's world, financial decisions can feel more overwhelming than ever, and you don't have to make those decisions alone. At Lux Wealth Advisors in Mayville, we take the time to understand your financial goals and make it our priority to see you reach them.
Whether you're planning to retire, looking for investment advice, or saving for your child's education, we're here to help you with every step. Stop by our office or call us at 701-788-6100. Lux Wealth Advisors, your trusted partner for a brighter financial future.
Need it fixed, built, painted, or powered up? Mayport Hardware has your back. From nuts and bolts to snow shovels and lawn care, we've got the gear and the know-how to keep your home running smooth. Locally owned, community loved. Our team's here to help with expert advice and hometown service you can count on. Mayport Hardware, your one-stop shop for every project, big or small. Stop in today and let's get it done together.
A 9-play drive that goes 70 yards and eats up nearly 3 minutes on the clock. Again, all rushes between Rylan Pennis and Dex Obdam. Rylan Pennis camps it off with a rushing score, and Thompson has their largest lead of the game now at 25-0 here on that Chris Moe Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Putting the ball on the tee here is Brend. Nice send over and kick by Brend. That's going to bounce at the 23. Pops there. Erickson with it. Erickson makes a cutback at the 35-yard line, and he is wrapped up there on the tackle. Jacob Olsen comes in on the tackle. Mayport CG will have it at their own 36-yard line. Patriots have had some chances here offensively. They just haven't been able to materialize a drive for multiple plays in consecutive order. A couple of times, just too many intentional groundings, or just a couple of, if you want to say, Achilles heel plays that were self-inflicted that have costed the Patriots a chance to get on the scoreboard here throughout the course of the game. And we'll see back in now is Larson at quarterback, as he will have Logan Nielsen to his left. Twins near sideline, one to the right. One is the motion man here for the Patriots. 9:02 Larson hands this one off to Nielsen, and Logan Nielsen will barrel his way forward to about the 39-yard line, able to get a couple of yards on the play. Nielsen 9 carries now for 37 yards. Larson came out of the game in that second quarter, able to see Doctor come in for him. Logan Weaver on that line alongside with Caden Crawford. And we'll see DeBono at that tight end spot. Jace Knutz in the center here as well. Maddox Mock came out of the game earlier for the Patriots with an injury as motion man goes left to right. Handoff again to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to bounce the outside. A good job there for Adams. Will eventually get the tackle, but the Tommies had 2 defenders in the area, as it'll be nearly a loss of almost a half a yard on the play. Now brings up 3rd and long, and this is a situation that the Patriots are all too familiar with here tonight. 3rd and a lot of 8, 10, 12 variety, not a lot of 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3 here for Mayport CG. Patriots of Mayville, Portland, Clifford, Galesburg, also Finley Sharon, part of that co-op as well for the Patriots here in football and multitude of sports the last couple of seasons. Third down upcoming for the Patriots. They will need the Tommies, or they'll need their own 46 of the first. Hard count, and looks like they got him to come offside here, and Landon Getz. Well, you'll try to take 5 yards any way you can get it, and it will be a third down and now manageable. 6th penalty. Starting to add him up now for 40 yards here for Thompson, and makes it a very much more third down, and if needed, maybe a fourth down, and very much more manageable here for the Patriots. High snap. Larson hands this one off. Nielsen trying to make a cutback, and good pursuit here from Thompson. That's a 2, maybe 3-yard losses. Able to get back in there was Adams defensively. Also, Myshak was there. A nice 1-2 combination. That's going to be a loss of nearly 3 yards on the play. Fourth down upcoming. And we'll see if it's a punt attempt or will the Patriots like to go for it with some of the personnel. Thompson expecting punt that just got substituted into the contest here. 5 minutes have gone by in this third quarter play. Thompson with a touchdown. Well, for Mayport CG, they will have to come on and punt this football away. And looks like they're making sure they got enough guys on the line and set. Play clock just about 0. DeBono gets this one off with the left foot. Gemmel's going to fair catch it at the 24-yard line. So you get the punt. 8th possession of the game for Thompson upcoming. This will be at their own 23-yard line. This is their worst starting field position of the game with 6:33 left to make it 6:36 left to play here in the third quarter. Check out yourliveevent.com for high school football. Next weekend we'll be at Maple River, where the cannon goes every time the Raiders score a touchdown. That will be Griggs Dakota going up against Maple River for 9-man football. Dickinson makes its way to Fargo for a date with the Fargo South Bruins, as this one will be a nice couple of yards for Ryland Pennis for 3 yards, and we'll have Thompson at Hillsborough Central Valley as well. So those games will be upcoming and more. Pennis is 14th carry of the night, now with 65 yards, and we just get a quick cramp on the field here for the Mayport CG Patriots, and kind of what you can expect in a warm game, first game of the season on your live event.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, we're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person. Someone that knows your name, and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
High school football here on yourliveevent.com. Update for you up in Grafton. The Grafton Spoilers have taken a lead over Hillsborough Central Valley as they lead now 12-8 late in the third quarter. Jake Berkmeyer on the call for you on that one on yourliveevent.com. Also going on, it's Sargent County and Park River area. Park River area up 15-6 over Sargent County as it stands right now in the third quarter of play. As we get back to business here, as making his way, Dex Ovnum to the near sideline. Caught by Gemmel at the 40-45, tiptoes sideline. And we'll see where they say he's out of bounds. It goes from the 39 to the 46-yard line, a gain of 17 yards. Gemmel with his 5th catch of the evening for 56 yards. And Deck has Dix has his 12th completion now for 81 yards passing. Brings up a 1st and 10. Quick little bubble screen out to Gemmel. Gemmel picks up a block to the 50. Gemmel to the 45, and Gemmel will go out of bounds at the 40, but there is a flag in the area of potential holding. We'll see where this spot flag will be at the 47. Donald Doyle, the white hat again. Taking a look at the numbers, you can see the Patriots bench looking for at least a hold or a block in the back, but this one looks to be like a hold variety from the spot, mark it back 10 yards. 7 penalties now on the contest. This will negate the catch and make it a 1st and 13 upcoming with 6:04 left to play in the third quarter. Second possession of the half here for Thompson, their 8th of the game. Dex with a pump fake, gets by the front wall. Dex gets a block to the 50, and Avdum gets the penalty yards back and some down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the rush. Dex now nearing the century mark. 10 carries for 95 yards here this evening. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Trips to the right, 1 to left. Shotgun formation. Patriots in this 3-5-3. Quick pass. Gemmel, was that a lateral? The answer is no. That was close. Now, that was a lateral. All of a sudden, Mayport CG could have picked it up and ran the other way. Instead, it will be an incompletion. 3rd down upcoming. 3rd and 1 as Thompson needs a yard for the first down. As they get to line, 2 wide receivers left, 2 wide receivers right. Dex, handoff, will keep it. Dex makes a man miss. Dex looking for a block, gets to the 40. Dex to the 35, and Avdum gets pushed out of bounds at about the 31-yard line for a gain of 14 yards. So spot him at the 33, so 107 yards rushing here for Dex as this one goes out to Gemmel. Gemmel catches it at the 30. He gets to the 20. Gemmel with a little stutter step gets to the 15 and taken out of bounds, 18 yards. Gemmel with his 6th catch of the evening. Now for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Thompson comes at you like a death of a bunch of, not 1,000 paper cuts, but quick paper cuts, just gashing little plays here. And this one is going to be on the turf, but eventually they'll say it's a incomplete pass. Looking for the boundary play. And every now and then we've seen Dex maybe fake it on that bubble screen and try to see if he can hit someone down the field. And when that play breaks down, and he has his chance to make a backyard football move and get the first down. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Shotgun formation. There's the pump fake down the field, and this one is going to be hauled in, caught, touchdown, Thompson. Jacob Olsen with a sensational grab on the far sideline for 15 yards, and Dex gets his 4th passing touchdown of the evening. Olsen with the catch, and a touchdown variety at that. Now over 100 yards passing as well here for Dex. He's got 106, and he's got 4 passing touchdowns. As we get the PAT to come on here with Brend, the clock will continue to wind where it's a 31-point lead right now here in the third quarter. Snap, clean, hold. This one end over end, nearly blocked, but that's on top of the high school for the point after attempt. New score with 4:36 left to play here in the third quarter. It's Thompson 32, Patriots scoreless.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsborough.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Thompson takes it the distance, 8 plays. They go down the field, able to go 77 yards and cap it off with a touchdown. Dex Obdam to Olsen. Brogan Erickson able to get loose, 45-50. And Erickson will be in positive territory for the Patriots, as this will be at the Thompson 48, but a flag back at the 40-yard line. We'll see where the flag comes in, but the Patriots will get their second possession here of the second half. Flag again back at around the 37, 38-yard line. Looks to be a hold on Mayport CG. And we'll bring it on back. So this will be from the spot of the foul at the 38 mark, 10 yards back. 10th penalty on the Patriots for 94 yards. And that penalty almost more of like a 25-yard variety, with the end of the return and closer to 30. For the Patriots, they will come out here with a 1st and 10, 4:28 with where the clock is right now. You're in that mercy rule unless you can get it under 30 again. Here from the Mayport CG perspective, they will come out with that full house backfield. Larson under center, sophomore quarterback, able to make some nice plays here tonight. It's just been the passing variety that has kind of been his Achilles heel. A little fullback trap play that goes nowhere. Able to come through. For Thompson was McHugo on the attempt. As for Erickson, sees it a loss of a yard and 2nd down and 11 upcoming. Coming up on our post-game show, after the conclusion of this game, we'll get to our Enbridge Player of the Game, Agassi Precision Ag Play the Contest, and get you ready for week number 2 here in Division A and 9-man football. That's all to come a little bit later on. Also, we'll see Lisa Strand's volleyball team out in Kindred here in about a week and a half for their season opener against the Vikings. And Division A volleyball, 3:45 to play here in the third quarter of play, and the 2nd down goes for a couple. On the rush was Erickson for about 2 to 3 yards. Able to get that yard loss back and bring up 3rd down and a long 8, maybe 9. They will need to get to the 37, 38-yard line for the 1st down here for the Mayport CG Patriots. If you're enjoying this broadcast, you can give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel or simply give this game a like as well. A game that started back at 7 o'clock here this evening. Full house backfield for the Patriots. Thompson, black tops, green bottoms, will come out with a 4-man front. Larson under center, hands this one off, trying to get to the outside and unable to get far to the outside to about the 31 here for the Patriots. Good pursuit by Thompson. They've been flying to the ball, as that one is going to be by Johansson for the rush. As he gets a couple on the play and brings up 4th down. It looks like the Patriots will come on and punt with DeBono. As the Patriots will look to come out and punt this football away. Last time we saw Thompson in this situation just fair catch the football, and where the score and time is of the game, you might see it as well, as DeBono will come on and punt this football as he takes a look at the play clock. Down to 3, down to 2, low snap. DeBono going to try to get this one off. There's going to be a flag, and it could be running into the kicker. And question is it anything more than that? As Thompson trying to get the block was Landon Geets, and in doing so, it's going to be the 5-yard variety. And it'll go from a 4th and 6 to a 4th and 1 here for the Patriots. Also might allow Coach Solo to think about, hey, let's bring the offense out and go for it on a 4th and 1 chance. Get your offense back on the field as it stands right now. As initially it looked like it was just the running in, not roughing kicker variety. Roughing, you get 15 yards, and with where it is, it's 15 yards. A reminder, in high school football, a personal foul is not an automatic first down as you see it in college or sometimes in the pros. You get the 15 yards, but as an example, if it was 4th and 20 and DeBono kicked and it was roughing, you would just take the 15 yards and it'd be 4th and 5. So just some of the differences that you're able to see from the prep scene to Saturdays and Sundays. So you get running to the kicker. Well, redo the down. Penalty will be assessed on Thompson. They're 8th for 55 yards. It'll be 4th down and 1. Patriots looking, though, that they're going to punt the football away one more time. So you got a setup formation here as coming into the game for the Patriots is Kirkaby, the junior, as one of the up man. High snap, DeBono has it. DeBono throws it away. We get a flag coming in. No one's back, so they will let this one roll. And we'll see what the yellow flag is back at the 37-yard line. And another discussion will be had. Just going back through, for penalties that have been accepted tonight, we have 18 of them, and we could have our 19th. Still no turnovers in this game, and then a little bit of everything else that we've seen tonight. So able to make the call on the field as they will talk it over where the flag came. It came from the back. It wasn't a line or it wasn't the umpire to come back through. So we'll see. As it's going to be on the Patriots here. They're asking Brady Schwab, what would you want to do? Either take the ball, add the penalty there, take the penalty from where it was at the line, move them back and re-kick. I think they're going to make them re-kick where it stands right now. As we'll go back again another 5 yards. And we'll do it all over again for another 4th down.
It's an eligible man downfield on a Patriots 5-yard penalty.
As we'll get illegal participation. So 11 penalties, and this will be a 15-yard variety. So illegal participation. So 32-0 as it stands right now with 1:50 left to play in the third quarter. And it's the 4th down that'll never end as it stands currently, as we'll have a third chance at a penalty. DeBono with another kick, and this is a spiraling kick past the 35 that'll roll at the 30 to the 25-yard line. DeBono with a nearly 60-yard boot. A third time's a charm, and able to flip the field there for DeBono with another punt. Thompson with their 9th possession of the game upcoming. This will be at the 26-yard line. As for Thompson right now with 1:34 left to play, if you're Coach Brady Schwab, obviously, and same thing for Adam Sola, definitely things to clean up from week 1 to week 2. You hear from football coaches, that's normally when you feel the most that you're able to get guys, pads popping, play against a different team, able to kind of correct some of the things from week 1 and hope to have one of your biggest jumps of the season going to week 2 as making his way to about the 25-yard line here was Peyton as Kane gets about back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down upcoming with 1:15 as we get another stoppage on the field. Patriots coming out with their 3-5-3 front throughout the course of the season here for head coach Adam Sola. Last year 0-9. 2 years ago they were in 9-man football. Well, for Thompson, they haven't been in 9-man football since 2018 after they won the championship. Won the title in 2016 and 2018, going undefeated in both seasons. And then 2019, they've been an 11-man ever since then. As Donald Doyle's been kept busy again here tonight. As we have a drone time. So we have a drone, and they're just making sure that the drone does put that on the ground during plays. So the drone will be down at that standpoint, kind of like your 4K cam in Sunday Night Football, if you're trying to utilize it from that perspective. But that's not as much of a drone as it's more of a harness with the camera. But here we go, 2nd down and 11. Clock continues to make its way here as Dex Obdam in the backfield, able to make the play out to the far side. Payton with a nice catch, and he's going to make his way to the 30-yard line for a gain of about 5 to 6 yards. Bring up a 3rd down upcoming for the Thompson Tommies. They need 6. Got to at least run one more play here in this 3rd quarter. Kane going to be the motion man. Dex going to keep it. Dex trying to get to the outside. Makes a man miss. Gets the 35. Rolls to the 37. Going to be enough of the 1st down for 7 yards. As Dex Obdam himself a very nice evening. As it currently stands, 114 yards rushing with a touchdown and 12 attempts, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. Thompson takes a 32-point lead heading into the 4th quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. The dog days of summer are here and harvest has begun. Please stay safe this season. Summer also means heavily discounted shop, seed meter, and planter inspection rates. Cash and early order discounts pair with $50 per row rebate offered on new systems. And don't forget the fantastic interest rates, including 0% for 1 year. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 with any questions or visit planterdoc.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
12 minutes left to play here in regulation as the Thompson Tommies with a 1st and 10 over that Dex Obdam rushing 1st down, as they will go with 2 wide receivers to near sideline, 1 to the right, shotgun formation. With Kane standing behind him in the backfield or to his left. And it will be running clock again with the current score as it stands, as Gemmel motioning left to right. Kane will see this one in the middle, and he's just going to get roped up by a couple of Patriots in there defensively. Was Caden Crawford. It'll be a 2-yard loss on the play, as they see this for a 2nd down and long, as the Thompson Tommies will see Gemmel, Myshak, and also from there on the near sideline with Brady Ripplinger. Shotgun formation for Dex Obdam, and Thompson, they've been a team that's wanting to get on the ball quickly throughout the course of the game, but with where it is in time and score right now, more than willing to kind of get set, make sure everybody's in the proper position. As getting a couple of yards, maybe a yard or 2, brings up 3rd down and 10 after Payton with another rush here for Thompson. So Kane able to see this one for 3rd down, and now for Thompson, they will need their own 47-yard line for the 1st. As Thompson with the black helmets, Patriots with those red, with the Patriot logo on either side with the white face mask. Well, Thompson all black, said that Tommy's in green. Dex Obdam throws the ball down the field. This one for Krogstad, and that'll be incomplete. Jack Krogstad trying to come back towards the football, but with the incompletion, the clock will continue to wind with the score, and it brings up a 4th down. So 4th down upcoming here for Thompson. And for head coach Brady Schwab, really haven't had to worry too much about punting tonight for their punter, who's also their quarterback. But we'll able to see a new punter coming into the game here for Thompson with Jackson Tozier, the junior. Clean snap. Left-footed kick. Nice. Kick that makes its way to the 30-yard line, and it'll roll to about the 33. Able to flip the field a little bit here, and that's where the Patriots will take over for their ninth possession of the game. For Thompson, that's their first punt of the season. 10:03 left to play here in the fourth quarter. As they will see this one here spotted at the 33-yard line. As Patriots looking to get on the board here and get something brewing before they host Grafton next week in Mayville. Thompson will make the trek to Hillsboro. Tommies and the Burros play game number 2 against each other, and then both will get ready for region football the week after. First down and 10, Patriots will go in that full house backfield. Rayner with Nielsen and Erickson with the full house again. As Larson here at the quarterback spot will hand this one off, and Rayner gets about 1 yard, and that's it. Lucas Rayner makes it second down and 9. So Rayner now with 2 rushes on the night for 2 yards brings up second down and 9. As we take a look across your live event games here tonight, 9-man and 1A football with some eyes, especially locally here on that Grafton-Borough game. 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Grafton leads Hillsboro Central Valley 12-8. Here's the snap, the rush by Nielsen, and Nielsen that's unable to go anywhere. Good defensive tackle here by a couple of Thompson Tommies, especially Myshak, able to get there defensively. Brings up about a yard on the game here for Nielsen. 12th carry for 36 yards. Also going on, the Aggies of Park River area going up against the Sargent County Bulldogs. As with 9:04 left to play in the fourth quarter, it's 15-6 Park River area with the advantage over the Sargent County Bulldogs. Third down upcoming for the Patriots. Clock with 8:35 left to play. Larson in a shotgun formation. Motion man is Brogan Erickson. High snap. Larson going to just have to pounce on it, and he does. Back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 13. And that's the second time we've seen a high snap for Larson here that he's had to try to go back and climb out of. So it'll be fourth down, and Dabano will come out and have a chance to make the punt yet again. And we've seen some good punts by Dabano here this evening. Also a really standout boys basketball player for the Patriots who made a good run last season in the month of February and March. As they will come on and punt this football away. Got a couple guys back here for Gemmel and Kanan. As Dabano sees this one off the side of his foot. This is the one time that we've seen one off the side. It will take a Patriot roll of a handful of yards, so about a punt of 15. And we'll see Thompson take over in Mayport CG territory with 7:39 to play here in the contest. Ball at the 39-yard line. A week from now, we're going to be talking FBS, FCS football here in the state of North Dakota with UND, and able to see NDSU have their first FBS game upcoming against Jacksonville State. Thompson will call a timeout. They had too many men in the huddle. We'll take a break. 7:39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Thompson leads it by 32.
At Bank Forward, we understand ag. Many of our employees have deep agricultural roots and understand firsthand the ups and downs of farming and ranching. When you talk to us about your ag operation, you can trust we understand your language and the current state of agriculture. Stop in today and let's discuss your ag operations needs. Standing with ag producers. Since 1927, it's simply the forward way.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
Alfred Thompson able to make a couple of substitutions here as Bartles will come in and rush for about a yard or two. Also in at the quarterback spot now is a freshman in Anderson. Rutger Anderson now at the quarterback spot here for the Thompson Tommies, as they will hand this one off to the outside, and able to get there was Crawford with the stick. As Mason unable to get much there, that'll actually be a couple-yard loss. 2 carries for -2 yards brings up a 3rd down and 12 as we make it now 3rd down upcoming ball at the 41-yard line. Patriots able to substitute a couple of guys in. Thompson in the shotgun. Looking to throw this one across the middle. Nice throw, caught and catch, and Thompson looking to make it in the end zone as they get the house call. Jackson Tozier able to get the completion after able to see Anderson coming in and throw a frozen rope for 41 yards and a score. Anderson with the little zip on that pass, able to go down for the end zone and the touchdown. Really good play for 41 yards to Jackson as Tozier gets the 41 yards and the touchdown. And Thompson on a 3rd down and long, able to get another 6 points on that scoreboard as they have a 38-0 lead. That was just a little, I call it quick slant pattern that almost felt like it went up the seam with how quickly that went, and just no one on the backside there for the Patriots. Thompson quickly trying to get lined up before the play clock goes to 0. They get the snap off the hold. The kick is up, and the kick's a knuckler. It's good. 5:42 left to play here in the 4th quarter. New score, Thompson 39, Patriots scoreless on your LoveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all staff, students, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Visit tps-k12.org.
Going back to last year and this year, Thompson has outscored the Patriots 81-0 in the season openers here after beating them in Mayville. Last year, 42-0 at Jeromeburg Field at Mayville. So they've outscored the Patriots 81-0. Looking to make it 6 straight wins over the Patriots as well, with this one holding up. With it now is Nielsen. Nielsen for Mayport CG will bounce it to the near side, gets the 20-yard line, and he's going to be tandem team there by Matthew. Askelson able to come in, and also with Myshak, and that's where the Patriots will take over with 5:31 left to play here in the 4th quarter, right at around the 20-yard line. Going back through again, last time the Patriots beat Thompson, September 22nd of 2006. It's been now 6 consecutive wins since then for the Thompson Tommies over the Mayport CG Patriots here when it comes to high school football. Teams used to be 9-man. Now it's been 11. Patriots, 2nd straight year they've been in 11-man, 3 of the last 4 seasons. And just talking with coaches, have to go up and down or down and up, just having consistency of knowing teams you're going to play, travel, as the play clock makes its way to 10 seconds and the Patriots get out of the huddle. So just find a little bit more familiarity with what your schedule has, and the football plan being every 2 years instead of 1 year also helps with that familiarity, as they have to call a timeout as the play clock was getting to 0. 5:31 to play. We'll take a break with them.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
.531 to play here in the fourth quarter as the Thompson Tommies, well, if you're just joining us, Thompson had a 7-0 lead after one quarter, 19-0 after the second, added 13 more points in the third quarter, and they've added 7 more so far here in the fourth quarter as well. Thompson, a team that was receiving votes in the preseason poll, they would be ranked 8th if you take the preseason receiving votes team. A squad that's in their same region in Langdon area Munich. The Cardinals are Langdon area Munich. They are the preseason and defending champ favorite. Here will be a handoff to the near side. Patriots get a couple of yards on the play. New running back into the game as Thomas Weaver, the sophomore, gets in. So Thomas Weaver gets a couple of yards up to the 24. So Thomas Weaver able to come in, starting to see Coach Sola and alongside with Coach Brady Schwab getting some of these younger guys in reps under varsity action. As new quarterback into the game as well for the Patriots in Cam Satcham, the 5'9", 135-pound sophomore. Satcham will hand this ball off left-handed side. Weaver's going to get wrapped up for back to nearly the original line, so it's going to be a loss on the play. Brings up third down on the play. Let's see, Thompson also gets some guys on there with John Johnson, a freshman on the line. Eli McHugo, able to see him into the game, alongside with Carter Bartles, some linebackers of Matthew Askelson and Hudson Goldaddy, the freshman. We'll see a defensive back of Carson Rudin. Playing that free safety spot again is R.J. Anderson. 3 seconds left in the play clock. Third down and 9. Hands this one off. Nice little misdirection play, and the Patriots get to the 40-yard line. Nice gain of 17 here for Thomas Weaver. So Weaver gets the first down here. Ball at the 40-yard line as we'll continue to let this clock wind. Thompson with Jackson Tozier, who just made the receiving touchdown. Also playing a little defense. And Adrian Taylor, the senior, playing at that defensive end spot. For the Mayport CG Patriots, able to see outside with Nate Harvey, a wide receiver. Motion man is Riley Kieran, the freshman. Handoff yet again, and this one gets to about the 41-yard line with Weaver. Weaver gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. Also able to see Noah Kirkaby into the game for Mayport CG. See Jen's tweet, as we said earlier here in the broadcast, with Jonah Kitchen, the freshman. Kitchen, 5'9" at 140 pounds, able to get into this game as well. Center of Slade Knutsvig, freshman at 5'9". Patriots looking to line up. 13 seconds on the play clock. Second down and 10. Handoff. Weaver comes up the middle. Weaver gets to about the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the rush. We'll get a couple of yards on that attempt. Lucas Rayner, we've said his name a good chunk here tonight for the Patriots, playing a number of different positions and spots. And Grant Dolan, the freshman at 5'9", that's Carson into the game here as well for the Mayport CG Patriots, as we're nearing the 2-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. As both teams, win or lose, will have some things to clean up going from week 1 to week 2. And as a coach, enough to put on the film and definitely a rep during the week going into week number 2, trying to keep this one to getting to the outside and getting pushed out of bounds eventually. There is Cam Satcham. Satcham will lose 2 yards on the play. As we see a fourth down upcoming. Patriots can take this to about the 125 mark or so before they have to get the play off. As right now you got Jonah Kitchen trying to tie his right shoe as that kind of came undone. As looks to be okay. So fourth down here for the Patriots. They will need the Thompson Tommies 49 for the first. Otherwise, Thompson can take the ball and just put a couple of knees to the turf. They will hand this one off, and Weaver unable to go anywhere on that one. It'll be a yard loss on the play. Matthew Askelson able to come in on the tackle for loss. As Weaver 6 carries now for 21 yards, and Thompson, all they need to do is come out, put a knee to the turf once or twice, and this game will be officially wrapped up. Thompson, after going 5-5 last season, will improve to 1-0 this year. The Patriots went 0-9 last year. 2 years ago, they went 3-6 in 9-man football. They will be looking for their first win coming up next week when they host Grafton. As Thompson will come out here, shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Ball will be at the Patriots' 42-yard line. And eventually getting a couple of yards, so about the 40. A barrel roll through there is Mason. So Bartles able to get 3 yards on the rush. 2nd down upcoming, ball at the far side at the 39-yard line. Thompson able to bring a couple other guys into the game. And we'll see Hunter, the freshman, Robertson into this contest. Also John Johnson, we alluded to, the left tackle into the game. See Mason Sage here as well, the freshman. Mason at wide receiver, 2nd down and 9. Shotgun formation, Thompson with just one more play that they have left. As taking his time at the spots. Here's Hunter. He will hand this one up off the middle. That'll be another 4 to 5 yards on the play here for Bartles. Bartles will able to get a couple more yards on the rush. And this one will officially cap it off as Thompson with the victory here in this season opener by a final of 39-0 over the Mayport CG Patriots. Thompson next up with a game in Hillsboro against the Burros next Friday night on YourLiveEvent.com. Well, for the Patriots, they will make their way home for their home opener against Grafton. Thanks to Brad Thompson running camera. I'm Chase Miller. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Enbridge Player of the Game, final stats, that and more still to come a little bit later on tonight here in Thompson.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Every jersey has a number, and behind every number is a dream. A future teacher, an electrician, a nurse, a farmer, and a business owner. Maybe even tomorrow's community leader.
If we can make that happen, then we've done our job. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we're proud to invest in the people behind the dreams.
For more information, visit www.dhb.bank. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here on the post-game show, your final on that Chris Moe and Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard here tonight. Able to see this one go through. The Thompson Tommies able to pick up the victory, 39-0 over the Mayport CG Patriots, and as they have won 6 straight here now against the Patriots. Taking a look at the final numbers in this one, Thompson with 339 yards of total offense. They had 152 yards on the ground, 187 through the air. 8 penalties for 55 yards, no turnovers here in this contest. Dex Ovdom was very impressive for the sophomore quarterback here this evening. He goes 15 of 23 for 111 yards, 4 passing touchdowns on the night, and he also adds a rushing touchdown here in this one as well. That one was with Pennis, but 4 touchdowns here again through the air. He would finish 111 yards passing, 114 yards rushing, 225 yards, again 4 passing touchdowns here tonight for Dex Ovdom. R.J. Anderson comes in 1 for 1 with a touchdown as well. Ovdom, 12 carries for 114 yards. You had Rylan Pennis, 14 carries, 65 yards with a touchdown. Bartles with 4 carries for 8 yards. You had Kanan with 3 carries for -1 from there. Gemmel with a carry for 1 yard. Pennis, 4 receptions for 10 yards. You had Adams, 1 catch for a touchdown. Kanan, 5 yards as well for a receiver. Gemmel, 6 carries, 6 receptions for 74 yards and 2 scores. You had Olson, 1 catch for 15 yards and a touchdown. Ripplinger, a catch for 2, and Crockstead, a catch for 7. For the Patriots, they would finish with 95 yards of total offense, 77 yards on the ground, 18 yards through the air. They go 1 of 8 through the air combined for Jade Larson and Doctor. The 1 catch goes to Doctor for 18 yards. Nielsen, 12 carries for 36 yards. Weaver had 6 for 21. Erickson, 5 for 11. From there here for the Mayport CG Patriots. Again, 95 yards of total offense for the Patriots, while for the Tommies, 339 yards for Thompson. Patriots, 11 penalties for 109 yards, 0 turnovers for both teams. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear from a couple of members of the Thompson football program. Also from there, our Enbridge player of the game, Agassi Precision Egg, play the contest, that and more still to come here tonight on your LiveVent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
In today's world, financial decisions can feel more overwhelming than ever, and you don't have to make those decisions alone. At Lux Wealth Advisors in Mayville, we take the time to understand your financial goals and make it our priority to see you reach them.
Whether you're planning to retire, looking for investment advice, or saving for your child's education, we're here to help you with every step. Stop by our office or call us at 701-788-6100. Lux Wealth Advisors, your trusted partner for a brighter financial future.
As we come back here, join us, the head coach for the Thompson Tommies. That's Brady Schwab, fresh off a nice victory here again, 39-0 of the Mayport CG Patriots. And Brady, I know special teams sometimes don't get the love, but a couple of big special teams plays that allowed really short fields to start the game, and then also kind of late in that second half that you just needed, about 6 yards to get in the end zone. So let's start there. What'd you see from the guys on special teams to really shorten the field for you and take full advantage here offensively?
Right. Obviously, I mean, the big play was the return that Grady Hurst had, and that was a dynamic play, right? Juking and driving, and kind of looked like a little bit of 7-on-7 flag football type deal. But he's got that, elusiveness, and that was big. Obviously, guys have to set that block up. But Eli had a number of good returns for us, too, in that punt return game. And we spend a lot of time on special teams just because that's how I broke in. I think they're equally important to offense and defense. And, obviously Adrian Bren nervous as all get out for the first time kicking PATs. And, he made a couple. You could see the excitement there. But, yeah, I just anytime you can flip the field, and not just flip the field, but put yourself inside that 40-yard line, that sets you up for obviously a lot more things on offense.
Defensively, you got to see a full house backfield, a shotgun formation, a little bit different style maybe than what you guys are in terms of tortoise in the hair a little bit from what they wanted to do. But what did you like about your team's defense here? Obviously, a couple big runs that you're going to give up like anything else, but it seemed like Mayport CG really had to earn those yards throughout the course of the game here tonight.
Right. I thought as the game went on, we got much better at tackling, and that's to be expected. No scrimmage and not hitting anybody real hard when we're going in those 2 days early in the season. And as the game went on, we pinned a lot better on that hip. We were able to track those guys and keep our feet in the ground and not not lunge and those types of things. So as it went, as it went on, I thought we did a nice job finishing tackles. We our linebackers early were doing what they wanted. They were moving up to that 2-3 yards instead of keeping depth and reading things. And, some of those things are to be expected game one. It's the kids are excited. They, the brain gets scrambled a little bit, so to speak. And, and then you settle in, right, kind of towards the end of that first quarter. And I thought we did a really nice job. We didn't have many opportunities to cover, but when we did, I thought we did a good job with it. And we tackled in space, which I was happy with.
Dex Ovdam, just taking a look at his numbers, right? 15 for 23, 111 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, rushing, 12 rushes for 114 yards, 225 just of total offense here today. Brady, what can you say about his situation coming into a spot like that as an underclassman and really feeling like he had the keys to the offense, if you will, at that quarterback spot in game number one, obviously showing that.
Yeah, and I think Dex is a special kid. Obviously, he's a leader out there. He wants to run the ball. He's a converted running back to a quarterback, so that's probably his first love. But he obviously has the arm strength to be able to spin it pretty well too. And I thought he did that tonight. For the most part in the read game, I thought he made most of the right reads. There's another facet to that game that we still need to add and tweak a little bit. But overall, there was a little bit late in that third quarter where he was running the ball, and I was cringing a little bit and had a little chit-chat with Coach Thorsgaard. But, he's a competitor. I think he'd be the first guy, if he was sitting up here, to tell you that you're not going to get those yards without the guys up front, and Rylan running hard and them having to account for him, and then our linemen finishing blocks, and we had a couple starting linemen go down in that end of the first half, and kids stepped up. Noah McHugo came in there, Landon Getz came in there, and, we didn't miss a beat. So that's always good to see. And, those kids to step up and Dex to do what, we expect him to do, I guess is kind of the answer.
Brady, we'll let you go. We'll hear from one of those linemen with Elijah coming up around the corner. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck next week in Hillsboro.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jason.
And again, Brady Schwab, head coach for Thompson, will continue with more after this.
Need it fixed, built, painted, or powered up? Mayport Hardware has your back. From nuts and bolts to snow shovels and lawn care, we've got the gear and the know-how to keep your home running smooth. Locally owned, community loved. Our team's here to help with expert advice and hometown service you can count on. Mayport Hardware, your one-stop shop for every project, big or small. Stop in today and let's get it done together.
As we continue from the post-game show, as we go from the headsets to the head coach, the headsets to one of the offensive seniors, also a guy that played in the trenches, and Brady Schwab is saying, a guy who played a lot of snaps tonight in the season opener as well, and Elijah Conrad here, the 6'3 senior. Elijah, game number one, senior year, obviously a nice way to open up the season. Just what you see from your team from fall camp to where you are now in week number one. They hope to continue to progress moving forward here, in week number two against Hillsboro next week, Elijah.
I think we got a bunch of guys that go out there and they work hard. I mean, everyone wants to go out there and compete, and I don't question anyone on this team and how hard they work. They go out there and they get it done every single day.
You mentioned some of those guys. I mean, Eli Gemmel, right, had a couple nice plays. Both special teams got a couple of touchdowns in the end zone. When you can see someone like that impacting the game with his hand on the football, what does that do for, you guys up front?
It makes it easier because the defense got to account for him. He's a really talented guy and makes our job easier, so I'm glad to have him.
High-tempo offense, what's it as a offensive lineman, knowing your checks, knowing your calls when you're coming out and boom, 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 you got about 4 or 5 plays in 60 seconds, Elijah. So how much are you guys chatting on the line with this high up-tempo offense?
I mean, Coach Thorsgaard installed an amazing system, so it's easy for us. We just got to make sure we get everything taken care of before the ball snapped, and, we just get the job done.
Defensively, hold the shutout. You don't get a lot of those sometimes in high school football. When you can, you got to cherish them. But what just worked on that end of the football field, do you think, here tonight, Elijah?
I mean, none of our guys backed down. They just wanted to go make a play, and they took what we learned in practice every single day and made a play with it. So I was proud of every single one of them on the defense and offense side of the ball.
Really good crowd here tonight from both the Thompson and Mayport perspective. Friday Night Lights as a senior, how was it for game number one?
Oh, it's great. Always a great way to start off with a win.
Elijah, we'll let you go celebrate. Best of luck next week against Hillsboro Central Valley.
Thank you, sir.
Elijah Conrad with us here on the post-game show, one of our players of the game. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue with more after this here on your LiveVent.com.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, We're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person, someone that knows your name and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
As we come back here on the post-game show, it's now time to get to some of our players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. The line play for the Thompson Tommies pretty good here tonight, opening up those holes for both Dex Ovdam and Rylan Pennis here throughout the course of the game. And they had one drive in that third quarter that they went 9 plays, 70 yards. It was all on the ground, and in doing so really did a nice job attacking the football and going north to south pretty quickly on that one. Again, the offensive line, particularly on that one drive for those 9 plays, 70 yards, all of them were between Pennis and Ovdam. Those guys up front are our players of the game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. From there to our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest. We mentioned it. Special teams really put Thompson on the front end, especially on their first touchdown of the game. They had it inside the Patriot 41-yard line. A few plays later, Dex Ovdam found Gemmel for 15 yards. They scored there. Also late in the second quarter with 38 seconds left to play, you saw Grady Hurst with a big punt return, got all the way down to the Mayport CG 6-yard line. A couple plays later, Ovdam found Gemmel for an 8-yard touchdown, just shrunk the field. Thompson took advantage of it. Our Play in the Contest brought to you in part by Agassi, your local precision planting dealer. So those are our plays of the game and our players of the game at Agassi Precision Egg. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. Still to come for the Mayport CG Patriots. They will have their home opener next week against Grafton, and then they will have their Region 1 opener 2 weeks from today against Ellendale Edgeley Cullum on the 4th. While for Thompson, they will go to Hillsborough Central Valley a week from today, then Turtle Mountain for their Region 2 opener on September the 4th as well. On behalf of Brad Thompson, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in to our post-game show here tonight and throughout the course of the season for Tune Into High School Athletics. For a complete rundown on game schedules and brackets, you can simply go to our website. That is yourliveevent.com. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you a week from tonight for more high school sports with Thompson and Hillsborough Central Valley right here on yourliveevent.com.